What's up, everyone? This is CoraL coming live to you with a banger series of AFK against Dynamo New Dawn. Tonight, we will decide if AFK will be locked into last place or if they're going to be able to claw their way to a victory this season. With me in the casting couch tonight, I have Prona, aka Solius from Team Darkshroud.
How's it going, man? You okay?
Yeah, all good. Are you happy for tonight's games?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, mate. Can't wait. Really want to see if AFK can pull it out the fire here. Because they need a 2-0 series to tie it up at 5 points each at the bottom of the table there.
I'm pretty sure that's the case, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. Part of me wants to see 3-game series, but just for the memes, I want to see a bit of AFK pulling it out the fire, get that 2-0. That'd be good. I'll be happy either way.
We're just trying to get into the draft as of right now. I just sent the links out to the players. This is my first time streaming. There's a lot of windows to keep track of.
Braver man than me. Just checking the chat. We got Steve-O with the Darkshroud chance. Not even our game, mate. I appreciate the hype, though.
You can always cheer for Darkshroud. Darkshroud is life.
It's not a place, it's a people. Darkshroud. Let's go. Don't cheer for them. Your time will come, Pichu. Don't you worry. Your time will come.
When is your game against Blossom?
That will be Sunday, the 30th, so 3 days' time. So they haven't got long to wait before their reckoning.
Also going to be an absolute banger of a series.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the playoff for third place. And then we got this one. For me, this is a bigger game. I'm really interested to see how it all goes down. This bot lane matchup is particularly exciting. I'm quite looking forward to see what they pull out.
It will be... You got a question in chat, mate.
All right. So, what's your opinion on Yudir as a champion? Well, that's a very good point. Yudir as a champion, if it's played by somebody whose name rhymes with brush, I rate it. But yeah, if you see it in the wild, watch out, because people like to win on that champ. Thanks for the question.
And we're going right into the picks and ban phase now of this game. AFK starting the picks and bans off strong with a Vel'Koz ban, followed by Aurelion Sol.
That's respect on Aquilian there, after seeing his Vel'Koz earlier in the split. Very, very strong on that champ.
And D&D opting to ban out Amp is Lee Sin. He is quite an avid Lee Sin player. I've seen him play it a lot of times.
Absolutely. Followed with the Rel as well. That's a good ban, because Rel jungle is quite powerful at the moment as well. That's a flex pick taken off of him.
Yeah, then we have the Garen ban coming up from AFK, followed by a Kai'Sa ban.
Yeah, that Kai'Sa ban could also be like a flex pick, couldn't it? You see it playing mid with Static Shiv as well as ADC. So a lot of the flex picks taken out by D&D at the moment.
And we have a Malzahar picked straight out the gate from AFK. I know that the Dawn has left is an avid Malzahar player. She's been playing it quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Her farming's strong on that champion. That's quite a safe pick. Good to farm, good scaling. I like it.
Followed by a Jarvan Hover. This could very well... I wouldn't be surprised if this is a pick. Really strong jungle champion right now. Being locked in.
Wonder if they pick the mid laner now. Counter the Malzahar.
It would be the reasonable thing to do. We've seen crazier things happen.
There we go. All right.
Sorry.
If I recall, Aquilian on the Ari is pretty handy. Sometimes struggles with his distance management in team fights, but in lane he's quite strong on it. So it'll be interesting to see how this one plays out against Malzahar.
Also a very prominent pick in the meta right now, Ari mid. And we see the Tom Kench hover. I know that Atomica absolutely loves his Tom Kench.
Unbench the Kench, unload the
Unbench
Toad.
the
Here we go.
Kench.
Let's go.
It is ready. This is an absolute banger of a support pick coming out from Steve-O. Followed by a Kayn. I haven't seen Hampy on Kayn a lot, but definitely a strong champion, and most likely a strong frontline champion, unless he opts into blue Kayn, which it might very well do.
Ooh, misfortune, yeah. May want to blow that misfortune up before she can get the ult off. That might be an option. Because there's a little knock up in his kit, isn't there? That'll interrupt the ultimate. It's probably a good play into that.
Especially if it's combined with the Cataclysm, it's just going to be absolute obliteration.
Absolutely.
And now AFK banning out Nautilus. Engage supports are really strong with the misfortune. And D&D opting to ban out Ashe and Milio, trying to limit those bot lane options for AFK. Interesting that they're banning a support when Atomic has already picked his Tom Kench.
Yeah, because I don't think that's going to flex into the top lane, but it may do. I mean, I suppose they are just weighing up that to see if it is going to be a support, but
yeah,
I think we will see it support, like you say. It's another engaged support. Well, actually, Braum does a little bit of everything, doesn't he, to be fair, but they're definitely focusing the support role now, hoping to get that advantage in the bot lane. Steve-O redeems, why is this OP? Tell me why Yudir is the worst champion. Well, to be honest, I don't know much about him since he got reworked, which I know was a long time ago. But I know his ultimate is bullshit, so, or whatever it is, but yeah. That's my story. Thanks for listening. See a Maokai picked up. Ooh, support?
Could very well be. It is an like insanely nasty support to play against with the amount of engage it has. And I'm not surprised to see it with a misfortune. But it's followed by a Sivir from AFK, which is a very good pick into the Maokai. So I love seeing it.
Seeing a lot of scaling on the blue side here. That might be what they're playing for.
Definitely, and I'm seeing a lot of teamfight wombo combo coming out from D&D.
Oh wow, yeah, that completes the scaling comp with an Ornn. Holy moly. Yeah. 300 farms, Sivir. That's what we're looking for.
Yep. With some Ornn items coming out as well, yeah.
See this final pick. Mundo top.
Dr. Okay. Mundo. All right. So looking at these team comps, Brona, who do you think won the draft? Who got the draft diff GG?
Ooh, I mean, it's hard to pick the winner, but I always respect people who go out to try and win the game, as opposed to just sit on a scaling comp. So I'm going to give it to D&D, but that doesn't mean I think they'll win the game, because scaling is powerful. You know, if you can play safe, get through that early and mid, you know, you just take over the game. So yeah, I'm going to give the draft to D&D, but that by no means means I think they're going to win.
I think I agree with you. Like, I like the team fight prowess that we're seeing from D&D. But also, if they don't manage to shut the game down during the early and mid game, I think we're going to have a real good chance of AFK just coming back and claiming the victory.
Absolutely. I'm hoping to see Hampy do a lot of work top and mid, show a lot of presence in those lanes, because I think he can be confident in his bot lane. They're competent, you know, they can look after themselves. Yeah, look after those mid and top lanes, let them scale, and we'll see what we end up with.
Mm-hmm. We have a very wet noodle fight situation happening in top lane. I don't think there's going to be much action there, honestly. But this bot lane may be very, very explosive.
Yeah, I think the auto camera is permanently going to be bot lane, unless the jungler turns up in any of the others. But yeah, be prepared for a bot skirmish fight. Oh, this could be good. I do like the synergy between the Kayn and the Malzahar as well for lockdown and just blowing people up. If Ari gets out of position, gets suppressed, Kayn can just wipe her off the map. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out as the game goes on.
Yeah, it is a very good mid jungle synergy, but also like the Tom Kench can also join in on that CC train and just keep someone locked down forever.
Absolutely, yeah. And the ability to save anyone in a fight as well. When if the wombo starts to kick off, you might be able to pick someone out of a tight spot.
The Severe is going to be very, very safe this game.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the case in a lot of lanes, isn't it? They're going to hope to control those waves, keep them pushed into them, so that they're safe in lane. Ability for the Kayn to gank, and they just farm up. I think that's going to be the play, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. All right, now we just have to fill out 3 minutes of us talking about random stuff.
I just used up all my material. I'm doomed. Oh dear. Nice. Well, what I'm looking forward to is seeing how this Maokai plays, because I was looking at picking him up actually as a support, as a fellow support. Have you played many of the CC, like heavy CC supports, or are you more of an enchanter? I know you like your Soraka.
I am more of an enchanter player, but when I don't play enchanters, I go pretty much like hard engage. Those are my two polar opposites.
I was going to say, yeah, you don't see too much of that, to be fair. Yeah, nice.
No, because so when I like in competitive settings, I usually opt more towards the enchanter role because that's what I'm more comfortable on.
Sure, makes sense.
I know our games were very, very interesting because it was just enchanter versus enchanter.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's weird, isn't it? When you get the enchanter, you've got to have a lot of faith in your ADC, because enchanters become quite useless if the ADC doesn't do anything with what you give them, if that makes sense. You do a lot more playmaking on the engages, so that'll be an interesting thing to look out for here in this bot lane.
For sure, and
I think that both the supports will be looking to make plays, won't they?
Yeah, and Maokai, like to circle back to that, has like such a strong engage in CC in the bot lane. And the lane safety as well, because he has pseudo wards with the saplings, right?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And God, the amount of cursing that I do when you get hit by some of those, just, it makes it harder to sort of sit in the bush to try and like bully the lane and take control there if there's saplings popping off in your head every 2 minutes.
Yeah, you just lose fun at all. You lose brush control just instantly.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's have a quick look at chat while we're here. What have we got? I'm watching for Daddy TK. All right, nice. The overlay is so close to perfect. All right. Okay. Sivir is in the mud right now, and nothing's in the mud if you get 300 farm, my dude. Solius, do you think top should ever be ganked? It depends who's playing top. If it's in security guard, you don't need to top because he'll just carry from top lane all on his own. You don't need to gank ever. It's fine.
Now we're just about to load into the game, so I'm gonna cue the hype trailers.
Right.
This is an awkward silence. I totally loaded the hype trailer too early. But now we should be ready and in the game.
We are out on the rift. Let's go. Bottom place playoff. This is what we want to see. This is why we're all here.
All right, all right.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Very early on here, we're seeing a pretty standard just fan out from both teams, not looking to go for that invade early game. Just chilling, letting their jungler set up. Not really much anything interesting happening.
Yeah, it's all pretty standard at the moment. Nothing crazy happening. We've had a reminder that they need the 2-0 to climb out of last. Yeah, doesn't that make it a joint 5 points each? Do they get the head-to-head? So they get the buff?
Pretty sure that's the case, yeah. It would be very, very fun to see. A banger to see.
Quillian stepping up just to get that deep vision early. I like it.
Yeah.
Just so we can track the jungler.
Right off the bat here, also we see that both of the junglers are starting bot side, which is potentially gonna lead to a skirmish around the top side.
Absolutely.
At the 3-minute mark.
I do notice that AFK have pinged that ward on the blue, so they are aware that it's there.
Okay. Yeah, because AFK have a ward there as well, so they would have seen him going to the jungle to ward it up. We have a very heavy trade here at level 1 in the bot lane. A lot of health being traded.
They're desperate for the level 2 spike, aren't they? Ooh, Dawn stepping up early there.
Taking a lot of damage, but we have the level 2 spike here with Atomica stepping up. Not much happening from it. I just realized that we have a Jarvan support. I didn't even grasp that before now.
Oh wow, yes.
And it's a Maokai jungle.
Blimey, yeah. I didn't notice that either. Good spot.
I just saw Atomica get hit by the flag. I was like, oh wow, why is he here that early? But yeah, we have the Jarvan jungle and the Maokai... No, Jarvan support and the Maokai jungle.
I don't even know what to expect here. I mean, that does play into what you said earlier about the Cataclysm into the ult. That's going to be awful once level 6 hits.
Yeah, but before level 6, a Jarvan without staff, I don't know how it's going to perform, but it's going to be interesting to see at level 6.
Absolutely. He started with the Relic Shield as well, so he will have to step up to hit the minions. If the Sivir can pick him off every time he steps up, he could be low health on any engage.
Yeah. Just using the flag to poke there. AFK hitting level 3, going for a little bit of more poke. Maybe this is something that we'll have to pick up, the Jarvan support. Maybe it's a new meta.
That and middle sticks.
Imagine that team fight though.
I'll have to start practicing it, I promise. Legend Mon's being aggressive up there. But Kane and Maokai topside. Ooh.
Yeah, this is about to be a skirmish in the topside most likely. But the directed camera is currently focusing on bot.
They may just walk past like ships in the night. Maokai's walked away, but Kane's going in.
Kane is going in now, hitting the W. The knock-up getting... no, it's not a knock-up right now, but the slow hitting. The knock-up quite not connecting. A lot of damage going out to Legend Mons. Has to flash out, but manages to get out safely. Meanwhile, the Maokai is opting to maybe gank mid here instead.
He's on vision though.
Yeah, he's on vision. That's Dawn has left, can just stay back, chill a bit.
There's already a 10 CS lead developing in the mid lane, and there's a 10 CS lead in the top lane. So the safe farming is happening, at least, but they are dropping behind early, accounting for 400 gold difference.
Yeah, 400 gold difference just from farm this early in the game is kind of substantial, and it's just gonna grow bigger. So, still not much happening. Both of the junglers farming their jungle again.
It's very safe so far, isn't it? Which is what we want to see from AFK if they want to make it to this late game. They don't want to bleed too hard. Maokai's out farming the Kayn in the jungle.
Yeah, Atomic is stepping up very aggressively there to land the tongue on top of Misfortune. Oh, Jarvan walking up to stop the back, flashing the Teemo emote. Just like Gabby saying, we want to see AFK, AFK. AFK under turret.
Absolutely.
Oh, but the Charm hitting and the Q and W, a lot of damage going out, but the
Flash
Bonfire
out.
having to flash away to safety. Pretty huge trade coming out from Aquilian.
Absolutely. Got to be safe when she loses those minions in the mid lane. She has to step back and respect the charm from the Ahri because it will land most often. Quillian is good with that E. Back from the Mundo. Ornn left in the top lane on his own. Freezing that wave, very nicely done.
Now Hampy's getting charmed in the middle, taking a lot of damage. He's just trying to soak up the XP here, but the presence from Aquilian is just too strong.
It's another plate. Well, first plate into Aquilian as well. That's going to increase the gold lead even further to 1,000 now for the team. Still no kills though.
Still no kills, a very tranquil game, to say the least.
I would like to see Dawn putting the Malefic Visions on those backline caster minions, trying to get it to pop onto the Ahri. So far, I don't see it when the Ahri is close to that backline of minions. Jarvan's gone up the river here, leaving
He's
Misfortune on her own.
I was gonna say looking for a gank bot lane, but he is a bot lane. This is messing with my head right now.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Oh, but we have the
good
ultimate coming
ultimate.
up in the Malzahar. Not a lot of damage coming out because I don't think she... Yeah, she had the E on her. We have a fight in the top lane as well. Mundo and Ornn just wet noodle fighting here, but they're taking a lot of damage. Ornn currently on the run, the cleaver hitting, Legend Moth chasing furiously, but the flash comes out. The cleaver almost hitting, but Ornn walks out safely.
I would like to see Ornn zigzagging a little bit there, like Rickon in Game of Thrones. Zigzag, Rickon, zigzag.
Oh, a lot of damage on the Donis left here. But Aquilian also very low, with both junglers hovering around this mid lane right now.
There is no mana on Aquilian. If Kayn can loop round here, no, he seems to be going bot lane.
Yeah, he was on Vision.
Ah, yes, he
He's
has
going
just
bot
walked
lane
over.
instead. The bot lane from AFK are moving right now.
Oh, Aquilian in a bit of a strange spot here. Back to safety. Everyone's posturing around this Hextech Drake.
It is a early and nice Drake to pick up. A lot of stats coming from the Hextech Drake. Dyna trying to go in for the knock-up there, but not quite connecting. We have level 6s starting to come out from D&D's jungle and bot lane. Jarvan not quite level 6 yet. We'll have to see in a few minions
Hits it
what's gonna
now.
happen. He hit it now.
Atomica's still not 6.
Are we gonna see the crazy combo?
Gonna see a cataclysmatic bullet time, and that is exciting. Ooh, not a good spot for Hampy. He's out though, safely.
He's out the bot lane from Dynamo New Dawn, just clearing some vision, preparing for the Hextech Drake. Extra flavor also chilling there to secure the river presence.
It's a good push by Aquilian there, getting the lane prior, moving down, getting deeper vision again, just
It
around
is-
this Drake.
It is a very good spot for D&D to do the Drake here, but Maokai backed instead.
That is surprising, yeah.
As we see Hampy walking up into this bot lane.
Dawn's walked over vision twice, so I imagine the bot lane will just run out nice and safely here.
We have Kane going in, the W from Tom Kench not quite connecting, taking a lot of damage on the return. I feel like neither jungler has been very successful with their ganks this game. Actually, I don't think I've seen Maokai in the lane at all so far.
No, I think he is just farming, isn't he? I mean,
Oh,
he
but
is
we
only...
have a
Ooh,
fight going in the mid lane here. The ultimate from Ulsar coming out. The Ahri doing a lot of damage. Dawn has to flash out. But
first blood.
in the end, first blood goes over to Ahri. The Dawn is left, again, not respecting the charm and the damage coming from the Ahri.
Yeah, absolutely. That matchup's tough with mobility. Ooh,
But
Dragon's
we
up.
have AFK starting up the Dragon here. It's getting quite low. Aquilian is here and ready to contest it. Not hitting the charm, but doing a lot of damage. Now the Jarvan is here as well. Hampy gets eaten by Atomica, but the Frog is just sitting there, getting taken down, but manages to save Hampy. Aquilian flashing the wall on the chase here. Hampy is trying to run away. Here is Severe as well. Aquilian is in a bit of a pickle now.
Pocket Cat can turn now.
As Hampy goes
Take a
in,
kill.
hits the ultimate, but there's 3 members of Dynamo New Dawn. The
Nicely
Ahri goes
done.
down. Hampy
Collapse.
gets a return kill as well. The Darker Basher in a lot of trouble, has to flash away. And I think that's about what we're gonna see. In the end, it's a 2-for-1 in favor of D&D.
That was unfortunate. The Sivir ultimate was on cooldown. There's only about 25 seconds left on it. If they had that, they're going to clean that fight up. It's a good turn. They picked up a kill. But yeah, still going D&D's way at the moment. A lot of gold into Ahri.
For sure, for sure. If we're looking at the Ahri right now, she has about a 1,700 gold lead over the Malzahar. So that once, and she has a completed mythic over Malzahar. So this, I feel like this lead is gonna start snowballing even more. The charm hitting at the turret, the Q, the W not quite enough, but now Aquilian is ulting forward. Tower diving Dawn for an easy pickup under the turret.
That's
We have a
going,
lot of pings here. Hampy is going in. Atomica is there as well. The charm connecting. Hampy is taking a lot of
Nice,
damage. The
does
W
it?
connecting.
Put that into
Ahri
the
in a
cane.
lot of trouble now.
Nice.
And
Okay, so
Kane
that's more
gets-
gold into the cane, yes. Kane's going to need those kills to start blowing up these squishies later on in the game, I think, so that's good just to funnel it into him. Very well played by Atomica and by Hampy.
It's a very good role from Atomica as well, being there.
They're going to have to start showing a bit more, I think, before it gets to the point of Dawn dying in the lane, just to, like, make a worry.
Yeah, they can't fall too far behind, or their scaling is just never gonna kick in.
Slayer's picked up for the Sivir. But that's it for a completed item so far on AFK's side. We've got the Heartsteel and the Ludens in D&D's team, so they are ahead on items. We're going to make that count, I think, when everyone groups up for the team fight later.
We also have Misfortune currently sitting on 1600 gold, which was probably gonna turn into a completed mythic item soon. As we have Shelly popped in the top lane. The top
First
lane
tower.
turret going down.
Bonus gold for the first turret as well. That now takes them to 4k.
Seeing
is-
Dawn walking to the top lane here, walking right into the Mundo, hitting the ultimate, but the Mundo passive just denying it. Dawn is taking a lot of damage. The Ornald coming out. Hampy's in a lot of trouble here. Hitting the ult on the Maokai, who flashes away. The Orn flashing to follow, but Hampy hits one final W, but then goes down. Now it's just the Orn alone with 3 members of Dynamo New Dawn, and he will go down as well.
The Maokai and Mundo are beefy boys in that front line. They just tank that fight. Quillian turns up and that's game over.
Yeah,
For that
managed to
fight.
stay alive for long enough.
Kind of falling apart for the mid and top lane now. Those are the 2 lanes I was worried about. The bot lane's been pretty evenly matched. But yeah, towers down now all over the show, mid and top. It really is looking bleak for AFK in this first game.
The
7K.
AFK bot lane even, like, they're even ahead in gold right now.
Yeah, that's
But
a 10 CS lead, isn't it? And a kill.
Yeah, but it's falling apart everywhere else on the map for AFK. As we have another completed item coming up from the Mundo. He is a big boy right now. And the Radiant Virtue coming out from Jarvan.
That is a pretty interesting pick, but I mean, I don't know Jarvan support, so I'm going to trust him. That makes sense.
He's pioneering it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pioneering it.
Right, we've got a dragon coming up, and really we'd like a nice shove mid and bot, but with that mid tower down, the prio really is hard to attain for AFK here. There's no vision around the Drake either. D&D have it all. Oh, and again.
Another Ori just doing so much damage. Dawn getting caught out there.
Yeah.
And Cullen still tasting blood. Going for the chicken. Gotta take the chicken.
If you're a Malzahar with no vision, you can't go running through the jungle. You've got no mobility, especially against an Ahri. Jeez. Oh, wow.
Wet noodle fight happening.
Here's the ult. There it is.
Oh, here is the Jarvan ult combined with the Misfortune ult, and AFK just melts. Gets a candle to Hampy. Atomica just left with a sliver of health. Jarvan flashing back in, and we have a wet noodle fight on the top lane as well. I'd rather watch a bot fight here, thank you, camera.
There may be wet noodles, but towers evidently don't like water, so they are falling in that top lane.
Yeah, falling. Imundo just pushing all the way into the tier 3 turrets.
Look at that vision control on D&D there, bot side. That is unreal.
That is a jungle that you do not want to walk into if you're AFK. Saying that most of that vision is actually saplings from the Maokai.
Yeah, that's true. That's the bonus with the champion. I mean, Tom's just cleaned out a pink. They had a few pinks that side too. That's another rift picked up.
Another rift picked up. The emo thumbs up emote. Very happy about that rift. It went on top of the Mundo, so they're posturing heavily in the blue side jungle here. They just have full control of the top side of the map right now, with no towers to keep AFK safe.
Yeah, AFK don't know what's going on in their top side jungle. Mundo's just showing on vision. Ahri's there. They're the only two they can see. They don't know. Looks like we have them popping out now.
Also, the Misfortune just sitting in bot lane here is getting so much farm and solo XP. Gonna turn into an absolute monster soon if she's left like that.
Absolutely, she's closed that CS gap right down. Oh, another charm.
Another charm. Atomica just getting half health from one combo.
Ooh, Hampy under
We
tower.
have Mundo teleporting in. The Misfortune going out, and we have an engagement in the mid lane as well. The ultimate from Malzahar going out to stun Jarvan and almost save Atomica, but he goes down anyways. And back to bot lane, we have Pocket Cat and Hampy on the chase with the Silver ultimate, but D&D are just too fast.
Wow.
Oh, and that's a huge burst.
Great flash.
Manages to kill the Misfortune. Great flash coming out, and they make it out safely. No, but we have the Maokai ultimate coming out. Hampy gets rooted again. And we have the snipe cleaver from Mundo as well. Kind of a disaster for AFK.
Business Mundo smashes you onto the briefcase. Absolute bonk. That was class.
And we have Shelly coming in for the charge. Way!
Might even get a second one off. We can build it up if you want.
Hey. I think you're like a second ahead of me.
It's this southern internet, you see. We pay extra for it.
Oh, yeah, true. I have the Swedish internet. That's supposed to be better.
That's true. That's true. I like your infrastructure.
We have a potential skirmish here in the bot lane with a 3v3 happening. Meanwhile, Misfortune just pushing in mid uncontested.
So we've got 36 seconds on the Baron. We're looking at a minute and a bit on the next Drake. One Drake apiece.
In trouble here, having to ult out. Prona, if you're AFK in this game, what do you have to do here to start catching up? and not let this league get too far out of control.
I think it's come to a point where they're going to have to stick together. I see Malzahar on his own at the top. Probably not the wisest thing with the lack of mobility. But I think grouping up, trying to get some bot and mid lane control, get some vision control in the bot side jungle and start picking up some dragons, because that's going to help them as they scale. Because we do have a Ocean Soul, which I think is going to work really well for them as the game goes on. So I think for me, it's mid and bot control. Try and get some vision around these drakes and take a few of them.
Very good things said. Hopefully AFK heard you in spirit.
Aquilian's a menace on this area at the moment, landing so many charms.
Doing so much damage and landing so much poke, which is really preventing AFK from engaging at all. We had them posturing about the Baron, but now it looks like they got their eyes on the dragon instead.
It's so well played here. We've got Mundo pushing a top tower, so all of AFK just swarmed to him, and that's a free dragon for D&D. That's really well played, pulling them across the map.
Great cross-map pressure, but we have 4 people of AFK chasing this Mundo now. The ultimate from Alsa are connecting, hitting the stun, but Mundo dealing so much damage to Hampy, getting knocked out. Legend Mom's an absolute raid boss here. Hampy getting back to full health, but Legend also almost killing Dawn. But AFK managed to take down Mundo in the end as a big raid boss Mundo.
They trade the Mundo for a dragon, and it looks like another tower bot lane is getting slapped. There is a bit of shutdown gold there that's gone into, can't even see who it was, into the Ornn, which isn't too bad. We'd have probably preferred to see Sivir over there taking that gold, but the farm's still going well from Sivir. There's a 20 CS lead built up now. But yeah, you don't want to see them getting pulled around like that. You want them to be more structured, maybe try and just defend the tower, maybe 2 people, at least try and challenge for a Drake, or keep better lane control, get the waves fully shoved out on a build-up to a Drake.
Yes, indeed. We have one more level, and so we're going to start seeing the Ornn items roll in as well.
Do we have any anti-heal on AFK for this Mundo? I don't know if we do. I'm just looking.
We have a Thornmail on the Ornn, but that's about it right now.
It's got the Bramble, isn't he, building?
Oh, the Bramble, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So if Mundo doesn't auto-attack the Ornn, they're struggling. That's a tower down, though.
Yeah. The tower down.
Oh, dear.
The Dino is in a lot of trouble now, but the whole of AFK... No, wait, that's D&D is here to connect on top of the Ornn. Gets taken down. That's a huge pickup.
They're going to trade it
right
for
before this Baron.
Gold bounty on the mid tower. Now, what can they do with this Baron? There is no vision, I don't think, at all.
It's so dangerous for AFK to walk up here. They're just going to get Ahri, like, obliterated.
Yeah. And, oh, wow.
Here comes the Maokai ult, and we have the Jarvan going in, locking 2 people up into a full Misfortune ultimate. And then Ahri just diving the backline. And it's such a clean ace. That's exactly the wombo combo we were expecting to see. And D&D executed so flawlessly as they get their Baron as a reward.
That was really well played by D&D. They had excellent vision control of that Baron pit. I had the vision toggled to what AFK could see, and they couldn't see the Baron health. They couldn't see anything until it was too late. So well played. They needed to get their support to put at least a little bit of vision down, maybe go safely behind the Baron pit, just to get some sort of vision, maybe chuck an ability in, but they just formed an orderly queue on their way to their demise, and it that was pretty much game over, I think, now.
It's such a clean play from Dynamo New Dawn. Love to see it.
I think the things to work on next game for AFK are keeping this mid lane protected, try and keep those towers up as long as possible, because as soon as the mid and top started falling, I mean, you just see it snowballing out of control, can't you? Like, the bot lane can't do anything once they've got to run around the map to protect everyone else, you know?
No. And also, I'm conflicted if they should put more or less attention onto the bot lane from the side of AFK. Because I think it is the strongest part of the map, which warrants, like, putting resources into it.
Absolutely.
But it also kind of leaves the top side of the map to just crumble.
Yeah, it's definitely a dilemma, isn't it? What do? Do you try and push your bot lane ahead, see if they can carry the game, or do you just try and stop the bleed mid and top? Because it's been a problem area for them in a few games.
Here we have AFK engaging the boss set is Mundo again. Oh, Dawn getting hit by one charm and just getting 100 to 0'd by the Ahri.
Oh wow, Aquilian is popping off now.
Aquilian going and one-shotting Hampy as well, almost. Hampy managing to get the ult off, and then Jarvan locking two people up. Atomic has got Hampy in it, no, Sivir in his mouth. Dynamo Dawn pushing their advantage here. The Ornald coming out, knocking up two people. Aquilian in a lot of trouble, goes golden to save his life, but is in a lot of trouble. But Pocket Cat going down as well. The Jarvan going down. The members... Oh! Misfortune also dying to a massive turret shot. But we have D&D pushing their advantage here with the empowered Baron minions. Dino doing what he can.
They could finish here if they want.
They can finish if they want, but it looks like they're just using the minions. Extra Flavor walking up now. If they just hit the Nexus, they can end this game.
Oh.
But deciding to walk back instead, Hampy going and taking a lot of damage.
They didn't finish, but they didn't int out and then die and give AFK a foothold for any dragons that are coming up. So, you know, I think they're just going to reset, take this dragon, another Ocean Drake under their belts and go again.
Now we have another Ornn item coming out. The Flicker for Sivir. Ornn item names are cool, actually.
Yeah, I do like the changes to the names. That's very, very cool. Some of them make me laugh as well. I can't remember any off the top of my head at the moment, but if anyone's got any favourites in the chat, make sure you post them. I see Business Mundo kills people with extreme workload. I like that. Really good. We should call him Capitalist Mundo.
Capitalist Mundo.
They're saying Mal's needs the anti-heal. Yes, anti-heal if you get that Malefic Visions off as well. He's got some AoE. Applies to everyone, doesn't it? The Malzahar wave clear you really want to see come into play here when defending. I mean, it's bleak, isn't it? This is the Helm's Deep moment for AFK. Oh my god.
Yeah, just trying to do what they can, but getting engaged in the bot lane with the Cataclysm Bullet Time combo. Meanwhile, Dawn and Dino trying to 1v2 the raid bot. But it's not happening. More deaths coming out from AFK. Atomica left alone under the bot lane turret with Aquilian and Misfortune on his back. Now Dino is left standing, trying to hit the Ornn ultimate, but D&D just ending the game.
Deathless game from the Maokai there. Well played.
Very lean game from D&D.
Yeah, exceptionally well played. I mean, the bot lane was pretty even until the game sort of fell apart a bit. Quillian on the Ahri, absolutely class. Mundo was just a menace, couldn't do anything with it. And Maokai just very cleanly played, never put himself in danger, enabled his entire team. 10 assists, no deaths, 1 kill. Very well played by D&D there.
Yeah, the workload was just too big coming out from the Mundo. Too many documents in that briefcase that you had to deal with.
I do love the headbutt animation on the towers as well when he's knocking them down. Personal favourite of mine for the Mundo.
That was some attack speed, and then just watching him headbutt it like crazy.
I've had days like that at work.
I had a friend back in the day who would play attack speed Braum in the jungle.
Oh, really?
And watching him just hammer a turret down with the shield looked hilarious.
I'll have to try that out next time I play Braum. I'll just go pure attack speed.
Let's see. Who do we have? Oh, they're getting invited now. Great.
So, what are we expecting to see? Are we going to get the Mundo ban, do you reckon? Maybe the Ahri? Do you reckon they'll just full ban Aquilian? Try and protect the mid lane a bit?
I think the Ahri ban is going to come out because I think AFK are going to respect that way too much to not ban it.
Yeah, so I reckon. But, I mean, they have to ban the Vel'Koz because if you think the Ahri's bad on Aquilian, don't let him get Vel'Koz for crying out loud. Asol also an absolute menace. They might have to skip the Garen ban and put in Ahri, just go full mid ban for the first 3.
Yeah. full mid-respect wouldn't even be a bad idea. Aquilian is just an absolute beast, showing his dominance in these games.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a hell of a player. Or she, I don't know. Whoever Aquilian is a hell of a player. I made that mistake with Pichu calling her a him last time I cast, so I'm very careful
that's
now.
A mistake.
Did they take Ignite? It's a very good question. I want to be able to see the previous game stats. Don't know how to bring them up. I mean, thinking about that draft, I don't hate the Malzahar mid. I think just a bit more safety in the play, because you've got a very slow, immobile champion playing against one that's got tremendous mobility. And if you step up, you're going to get slapped. You got to use the minions as a meat shield. And, don't worry if you're going to miss a few CS. Head back under tower, stay safe. If she wants to hit you under tower, let the tower do some work for you as well. Because as soon as she hits you once, if you've got level 6, you just use that suppression. Keep her under tower and then she dies. I think you can miss out on the farm to get the later game, but that seemed to be a problem. I think for was it Dawn in the mid lane? So that's something to work on.
I've read something on Reddit, a thing that really resonated with me, which was if you're falling behind and okay, I can't win this lane, your main job is to not create more resources on the map for the enemy.
Absolutely. We have a saying in Dark Shroud that being carryable is a skill.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what that is, isn't it?
Because if Aquilian is just so dominant in lane, but Dawn does not die, then Aquilian is limited to the gold that is in the minions and the platings in the lane until he starts roaming.
Absolutely. Yep.
Which gives Hampy and the bot side of AFK more time to recover and more time to get an advantage for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're not a heavy damage dealer in Malzahar, that's still not the end of the world, because you've got that single target lockdown. If you can get onto anybody who's relatively squishy in a team fight, hold them in place and just let your team collapse on them. Yeah, you're right. Don't be giving up any more gold, because what's it equivalent of 2.5 waves a kill? So you're just accelerating Aquilian in anything that he plays if you're dying like that. So hopefully we get some super safe play in this next game.
Would be preferable, yeah. We're just waiting for all the players to be ready for the draft right now.
Got a real issue with my chat not scrolling, so I can't always see the...
Super safe is boring.
But super safe is boring. Well, that's true. That's true. But what do you want as a player? Do you want excitement or do you want victories? Personally...
losing games is also boring.
Winning is all that matters. I don't care what anybody tells you at school. Participation awards, be damned. Winning is the only thing that matters. Boring or not, I'd rather win boring than lose entertainingly.
That is words to live by. I'm just baffled at the wisdom. And the draft has started. Hopefully this is correct. It is! We have the Lee Sin and the Rel bands coming out right away. And we have the Valkas and the Ari bands going out towards... Wait. This is the wrong way around. There we go.
So basically, identical bands for the first 3 by D&D here. And they've just swapped out that Garen for the Ari, as we said. So that's pretty much what we expected, isn't it?
It is. The triple respect ban. And we have the instant Garen pick. They didn't ban it, they're gonna pick it.
This could be more of a problem than the Mundo, couldn't it?
Yeah, Garen can really just take over a game. Now, let's see what AFK pick to counter the Garen. We're gonna see a Teemo in the top lane. And we have a Milio
Ooh.
pick. I'm kind of disappointed because I asked Atomica to pick Soraka game 2.
Surely not going to
But
happen again. Oh, Milio Ash.
Milio Ash is an absolute banger of a bot lane.
So those are the bans that D&D put in last time. So they obviously did their homework banning the Milio Ash. Now it's free. AFK decided we're going to take our first picks, our preferred picks in the bot lane. They're going to try and make something happen from there.
This is potentially a bot lane that can really take over the game from the side of AFK. And we see the Amumu lock-in from D&D.
Or is it a Mumu support? God knows what they're going to play, which way around.
Oh, no. Amumu Misfortune would have been a banger, but we have a Caitlyn lock-in as well.
Yeah, the Amumu Misfortune, Curse of the Sad Bullet Time. We love that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good few weeks last year, or the year before. I can't remember.
Did you watch Worlds when they picked Amumu Misfortune, like the Brazilian team?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
and he flexed his bicep.
Yeah, and he had it written on. Yeah. That was excellent. He looked about 12 as well. I was so proud of him.
Yeah. We have Lux coming in from from Dawn. Dynamo New Dawn and Dawn. It's
confusing.
Messing with my mind. Yeah. We saw the same two champs coming out last series.
That's right, yeah. I think
so. We know that.
I think the Malzahar is a better champ for Dawn in terms of farming. The Lux struggled with the farm. I think that's when the Lux played against the middle sticks. So hopefully something a little less janky in the mid lane will make it easier for Dawn to play this Lux. What bans have we got here? All big top lane bans coming out from D&D.
Yeah, Ilawi and the Cho'Gath. And then we have Vi and Galio being taken out from AFK. A Sion picked up from AFK. Big tanky boy. Really what AFK needed in this team comp.
Absolutely, yeah. There's another mid ban though, isn't it? We'll see what Aquilian's going to end up on.
I want to see the repeat of Lux versus Middlesticks.
That
would be a banger.
Aquilian,
no,
please hear us now.
Pick
Fiddlesticks. Oh, that's Silas. Good.
Oh, Silas with some huge ultimates on the enemy team.
Full team cleanse, enchanted crystal arrow. Is it the Lucent Singularity or is that the E on Lux? I can never remember. And also the
Is it Final Spark?
Oh, Final Spark. Well done. Yes, you're right. Spot on. Yeah, Lucent Singularity is the E, isn't it? Bad by me.
Pantheon support.
Ooh.
Pantheon, Caitlyn, bot lane gonna be absolute menace to play against.
These
but Milio should play very well into a Pantheon.
Yeah, very true. Yeah. Because anything after 6, you've got the cleanse from the Milio ult, haven't you? You've got the increased range onto the Ash, the E as well to give permanent shields. You've got a permanent barrier because the Milio E stacks twice.
And whenever Pantheon walks up, Milio can just football him away.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. That's one thing that I'm still trying to get my head around playing it myself is that Milio Q. The speed of it, the way it moves, I keep missing. Very janky. I blame the champion. It's nothing to do with my hands are bad. Nothing at all.
No. Just the champion.
Champion's fault. Damn you, Riot. Design better champs. Right, yeah. Lucent Singularity is he. Yeah, we've been confirmed. Who let this guy cast if he doesn't even know the names of the abilities? God, what am I like?
I am very bad at ability names as well. I'm also very bad at tracking summoner names. I'll just default to whatever champions they're playing.
That's the beauty of the champions, isn't it? Yeah, as long as you remember the champion names. As long as we're not that bad that we forget what they are, we'll be all right. He's cute AF, though. Doesn't matter. He doesn't know League. Yeah, that's true. I'm here for my looks, even though it's like radio. But yeah. Who let the dogs out? That's not Woof. We're not going to Woof yet. I don't feel as if I'm enough of a mainstay, a caster to Woof yet on stream.
Will you meow, though?
Meow.
Nice.
That's the best I can muster, unfortunately.
Hold up.
That was good. I looked over my shoulder to see if my cat was in the room. That was good. Oh dear, class. Right. I think we actually, in the midst of us talking, we missed the Lilia jungle. So that's a good pick. I like that. High mobility, absolute nonsense from Lilia. The most infuriating champion to play against. So
It's also a pick that Hampy pulls out quite a lot, I know.
all right, cool.
So I like this is a pretty it looks like a pretty standard team coming out from AFK. You have a lot of poke and a lot of disengage. But on the side of Dynamo New Dawn, that's kind of just you have one gear, and that is go in as hard as you can.
Absolutely. It's a similar sort of pomp goal, either team, isn't it? Like, you're going to see D&D, they're going to get out there, trying to get picks, lock people down, blow them up. That's what's going to be happening. And you're just going to see Garen, just like Mundo did last time, in that top lane, running up, down, smashing down towers, dragging the team around. What you need is a real strong hold of that top and mid lane here, because I think this is potentially even worse for AFK if they let it slip early, because, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the lockdown from the Amumu is just going to be awful when they get up into their nice little circle of players in the jungle with no vision. They'll get locked down by that ult, and then that's it.
Like how Norway is just teaching us how to speak cat in the chat.
British meow, yeah, I like it.
Is that last thing supposed to be bottle of water? But in meow speech?
I speak the Queen's English, dear boy. Bottle of water.
Oh.
Showing off now, you see.
Yeah. I'm jealous of your accent.
There's no BG music, apparently, according to CoraL.
Yeah, I know there's no BG
Are we
music.
going trailers?
Not quite yet. It would be way too much of an awkward pass if we go trailers now. But the BG music is not included in the like theme pack that I got, and also in the theme pack in the draft. It doesn't matter if you go Team 1 Blue or Team Blue Red. The teams are on the same side. So we have some absolute production value here.
Nolby says the Queen speak no more, which I think you mean is the Queen speaketh no more. But thanks for playing.
Meant to fix that, yeah.
So everybody troll Gablet in the Discord chat for not fixing
Yes,
it.
please.
Thank you very much. Love you, Nolby.
And now we're about to load into the game, so it is time for the hype trailers.
All right.
Do you want to do the IA before we go into game, or should I?
I'm happy for you to do all, mate.
Cool. I am not Ioria, so I can't do it. I can't promise quality, but yeah.
I'm still not aware of what that actually is about, so I'll have to get some background after the game.
Yeah, and we have zoned into the game.
Commando Lux gonna go.
Welcome to Summoner's
Commander Lux whipping out the sunglasses, trying to style on us.
30 seconds
We have
until minions spawn.
D&D. No, I saw Dino and Dawn sitting in the brush, and I was like, Dino, New Dawn? No, AFK chilling in a brush, just hoping that D&D will walk into this this brush.
I think was it D&D that had the absolute calamity when they invaded against Darkshroud with the Scion? Absolutely, the whole game fell apart. I think they've learned a lesson there. They're not going to be going in blind to a Scion level 1
Yeah.
anymore.
Really don't want to invade against the Scion. Just a disaster.
Bit of chat going on there.
Yeah, the team's just vibing. Love to see it. Everyone in CoraL are friends. Just having fun. Now, opposed to the last game, we have the junglers starting on opposite sides here.
No deep vision taken.
We're probably not going to see as much of a big skirmish happening around 4 minutes.
That was a really big leash by the Garen there as well.
It was.
Interesting Q start on the Lux mid as well. I'd like to see her take E to make that farming a bit easier for her.
Yeah. This is an absolute smorgasbord for Silas regarding the ultimates. The Scion charge. I don't know how the Lily sleep work with Silas.
No, don't you have to do something first for that?
Yeah. You need to have the Lilia passive on. Oh, but Silas going in very heavy there with the trades.
Level 2.
Level 2 for Pantheon going in. Caitlyn being 2 reckless screens away. Sadly not able to follow up on the engage. Still an advantage being taken. Dawn is abusing her range here, which I like to see. Some auto attacks going off.
The problem I see with that already is that she's too occupied with fighting the Silas as opposed to farming. She is dropping behind in CS already. I know it's only, it's only early, but I would like to see her just concentrate on the farm because that's going to be the most important thing for her early, I think.
Yeah. Very good point. Well, the Garen going Beyblade here on top of Dino. A bit more interesting top lane matchups than what we had last game.
Yeah, there's definitely some kill threat here, isn't there? Another Beyblade spin.
Legend just Beyblading every time the chance he gets, but now Hampy is walking up into this top lane on the wrong side of the wall. Where is Garen going to run to? Running into Hampy, but Hampy getting hit by the silence of the Beyblade, taking a lot of damage, has to flash over.
Looks like a bit of miscommunication there between the top and the jungle because they didn't collapse. They just went one at a time. Oh.
And we have extra flavor gank in the mid lane, Dawn having to flash out, but manages to make it out. Meanwhile, Garen is just chilling in Hampy's jungle, trying to catch him out.
Good flash by Dawn there, got out of that. Always tough on a Mumu gank. Seeing a CS lead develop of 15 already in the mid lane. I know there's a big wave to pick up. She's got to be very good with these minions. Oh, flash in.
And we have a flash engage from the Pantheon, doing a lot of damage, but again, no one is there to follow up, sadly.
I'm liking the extra speed from the Milio when it's on the Ashe there. The Ashe mobility was a lot better. That looked good.
Yeah. Actually, both ADCs here opting in for the
Cull. Oh,
call.
gank.
But we have a gank in the top lane again. But Legendmons is turning instantly onto the Scion, doing so much damage flashing, but the shield comes out. Hampy doing a lot of damage, he's taking a turret shot as well, and we have the first blood going over to Scion. Legendmons going a little bit too crazy and being punished for it.
That Scion shield came in clutch, that was so good. Oh, even Legendmons is respecting it.
Yeah. It was a perfectly timed shield.
I have noticed that the Pantheon's taken Ignite, the only one to take Ignite, I think, here. So they're looking for the kill threat in lane. They're going to try and be super aggressive. And they've already developed a 12 CS lead in the bot lane.
Yeah. It is interesting in my eyes to have a call when your lane is Caitlyn Pantheon. But I don't know, we have Akullion going into the mid lane here. Hitting some poke, a good trade. If Preston ever watches his game back, he's gonna be disappointed because both mid laners have a teleport.
Pantheon stepping up all on his own there while the Caitlyn gets a deep vision in the jungle. I really like how he's just completely preoccupying that bot lane. And now
Yeah.
D&D are going to be able to keep track of that Lilia. There'll be no surprise gang bot lane today.
It is a very good ward. I want to highlight this as well. That is a very good positioning for a ward. Because a lot of people will just ward the brush right below it. But just taking an extra step and warding the Gromp and the blue buff gives you so much more information.
Yeah, absolutely. People do fall into that trap of going into the brushes, don't they? Whereas you can actually take all the pathways with just a slight movement. Makes a big difference. Not sure about this ward under their own tower, but, you know, that's not for me to question.
Wait, under the wrong turret. Oh.
On the bot lane.
I'm guessing you try to like do the ward hop over to the brush and river, but
backfires slightly.
Not quite succeeding. What is the CoraL League? Well, let me tell you, the CoraL League is a gold and below with some leeway for platinums league, mostly with like teams that are friends who've been playing for a long time, where we play a league format. It's best of threes, and then sometimes there's playoffs, sometimes there's not playoffs. But it is a community, we do tournaments, we have teams playing. And we have a bit of a RuneScape battle there in mid lane. Both mid laners just standing completely still, casting their abilities. But yeah, it is a super fun tournament. You should definitely get a team and join.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of fun.
Fun is the main ingredient. Unless you're diamond, then, you know, winning is more important.
Obviously.
Lilia's spending a lot of time in the river here, picking up the scuttle. I did notice that the Silas was low on health, still is, and low on mana. If he hangs about, Lilia could have a look.
He's walking up to his, passing on to his chickens right now. Could still have a look onto ganking this mid laner.
Silas steps back for safety. Still one kill at 8 minutes, you know. There's no bloodbath today.
2 very slow games. Not what we're used to seeing. And yeah, what CoraL pointed out as well, in this tournament, every game gets streamed and casted, which is a lot of fun as a player. We have Pantheon ganking the top lane here, not quite connecting with the ultimate.
This Garen's running all over the map. He's got no CS lead, which, you know, that's an improvement for the top lane. For AFK, that's something good. No deaths in the mid lane, so I think they are playing a lot safer. They're doing a really good job. They've brought that gold lead in tighter as well, so something for them to work with here. This is good, a real good start from AFK.
It is a very good start, and it's like we were saying in this at the start of the game as well. Like, Dawn is CS behind right now, but Silas is not that far ahead compared to like the other members of AFK.
Absolutely. You know, if you've just given up 1,200 gold in kills, then, you know, this game looks an awful lot more bleak, doesn't it? So, you know, even the plates are even in the mid lane. It's been a really good laning phase by Dawn. Really safe.
Yeah. Safe and sound. Slow and steady wins the race. We have D&D posturing very heavily around this dragon here. Given a mid prio to do it, so I don't think we're gonna get a dragon play out of this.
Flash by Lux in the mid lane there, just off camera.
Oh.
Silas stepped up in and Lux flashed away.
Yeah, it might be a trade of objectives here. AFK going for the Herald, and then D&D starting up this dragon. Just a gentleman's handshake. Atomica walking up to try and check out what's happening, but now Colin is on the chase. As Amelia will just sense it to clear the slow of the Ash W. We have Happy in the top lane here. The bowling ball not quite connecting. Dino is still chasing. Oh, but the Garen silences the knock-up. That is beautiful.
Very well played. Very well played. So, you still see Dawn hanging up topside, missing a lot of the wave mid there. Silas about to push it in for free, but there is a rift.
It gets 2 platings in the top lane.
You could argue that you didn't really want to put plate gold onto Dawn at this stage, maybe have more into Hampy and Dino.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still... Oh,
Looks teleporting into the mid lane, but getting cancelled by the Garen, now getting absolutely Beybladed on. Sion hitting the full knock-up and the stun onto Legend
Run away,
once.
Dawn.
Oh, meanwhile we have Pantheon in an engaged bot lane.
Slow.
And Dawn died in the top lane, but now we have Darker Basher very, very
Well
low, getting
played.
taken down by Ashe. We have a fight in top lane still. Legendmon's taking a lot of damage, getting taken out by Hampy. And now we have
Nicely
Ashe
done.
tower diving the Caitlyn and getting a beautiful kill with the Milio W. Milio Ashe is an absolute menace in the bot lane, and we had a very calm game. And then it just turned into absolute mayhem all over the map at the same time.
That's what we like to see. The thing is, you had Dawn there, did her job, could have got out, could have just walked safely, pressed B, or teleported to tower in a bush, didn't do it, paid with her life. But then the recovery by Hampy there to pick up that kill onto the Garen, really good pickup. And the bot lane fight was just brilliant by Ashe and Milio. So well played.
And we have a full combo coming out from Dawn here. William picking up the Lux ultimate, taking a lot of damage.
Don't chase.
Oh, the flash coming out as well. Very good pressure coming from Dawn. But now Pantheon is walking up into the mid lane, just off screen.
She should stay on that ward.
She should have seen that, but gets jumped on by the Pantheon. The Silas hitting the Lux ultimate.
Meat shield.
The Q connecting from the Pantheon. Managing to get the kill. Dawn pushing just a little bit too far ahead.
Zigzag, Rick on zigzag. You can't walk in a straight line if you want to dodge those skill shots.
And right before that kill, AFK had a gold lead with the gold on the Ashe. But now we're back up to just about even.
Finally back to keyboards after an entire season getting milk. The milk meme. All right. What have we got timer-wise on Dragon? Hextech Dragon in a few minutes' time. So what we really want to see now is a big push, because now that the mid lane is really looking quite shaky, all that time spent out of lane, she's dropped 3 plates and died twice. Really needs to get back to that safe play. Don't give up too much more. You've got to keep that mid tower for this next Drake, just so you have the lane prio. I think the bot lane are taking care of themselves now. They won that 2v2.
Yeah. They are about equal in gold in the bot lane. But I think Milio Ashe, when you start getting some levels onto the characters, just are a way stronger bot lane duo. We have about a 1400 gold lead in the mid lane developing right now in favor of Silas.
I think it's very interesting.
And here we have the W coming out, Ashe with so much range, dealing so much damage to the Pantheon.
That is
Half helping
disgusting.
Caitlyn as well, that is insane.
That is disgusting. If they can do that every time an objective pops up to get the lane prio. Oh, Silas coming down? Maybe?
Let's come down, yeah. Milio just puts W on Ashe and she gets the range. You can't outrun her with the slow. And the extra damage as well. It is absolutely disgusting.
I did notice that the Scion walked back to lane as opposed to using his TP, so potentially saving it for whatever objective pops up next. Lilia in the river, trying to get some vision control with the scuttle.
Maybe I should pick up Milio. I haven't played it that much.
I still struggle with Millia, knowing what he's good for.
Oh, we have extra flavor going in, hitting the bandage shots and the ultimate. Keeping the Scion locked down. Garen
ult.
was body blocking, but Scion flash ulting to safety.
I'm not sure if the flash ult was necessary, just the ult would have done, I think, but...
The Garen was body blocking the ultimate, so
I see, yeah, good point, yeah.
Then walking up here, wanting to share with the Garen under turret.
Nicely played
The
by the
turret
Scion
doing a
there.
lot of work.
Once the Beyblade started, he walked in for 1 tick of that Beyblade and then ran back under tower. It was very well played. Careful.
Well, we have the Amumu on top of the dragon. Hampy getting caught out by Darker Basher. With Pantheon putting a lot of damage in.
I think there's a bad back timing by the bot lane there. They've given this Drake pretty much for free.
Yeah, giving the fire. The Enchanted Crystal Arrow goes out, going to the Pantheon, but Hampy getting caught in a trap on the entrance.
Ooh, hello.
And now Pocket Cat going in. The heart is
big
not
ult.
on him, so he doesn't have the increased ult and damage. Darker Basher going down, Atomica with the heal coming out.
Huge.
Pocket Cat going absolutely crazy on the backline there. Hampy picking up 2 kills, but the dragon going over to Team D&D.
Big ultimate by Hampy there. And even more gold going into this Ashe. That was really well played, that team fight. They lost the objective, but they made sure they made them pay for it after losing it. So, you know, not all lost there. Really good play by AFK, and they're in the lead by 1.5k.
This is absolutely what we want to see. Some early pressure coming out from AFK, especially based around this bot lane and the jungle pressure.
That's over.
We have a tower dive going in. That's nothing Caitlyn can do there, except just not be there.
Yeah. Preempt the murder. That's the only thing that can be done. And here we go. Is that first turret?
I think it is.
Extra gold into AFK again. That's 3k.
Bot lane from AFK just showing absolute dominance.
You can see why they banned out the Milio Ashe in the first game. They're paying for it now.
Yeah.
That combination is absolutely brilliant. I'm really enjoying watching them play this.
They're playing it very, very well. I enjoy it. They're spacing it well. The Ashe knowing when she can take fights and when she can't. It's really nice to see.
Yeah, that's the thing I find with Milio is if you...
Oh, but we have Darky Basher going into Hampy here, but Hampy flashing away. Good Q coming out from the Lux to stop D&D in the tracks. Now, nothing's happening. Are they turning their eyes towards Rift Herald? They are.
Good timing, because Hampy's going back to base.
Yeah, has to go back. Now, Orchid Cat going to the mid lane. We have Dawn and Atomica here to contest, but are they realistically going to be able to do anything? I don't think so.
Good ultimate, well done!
Dawn steals the Herald with the ultimate.
Excellent.
Hero play coming out from Dawn.
There you go. Wow, that was awesome.
Just if I start flaming them, like they can't do anything.
They're not picking up the eye though.
And now we have Aquilian going into Pocket Cat with Enchanted Crystal Arrow hitting, and Aquilian goes down. Atomica keeping Pocket Cat so safe in this fight. Just going full turret mode, the Q hitting the root from the Lux. And Pocket Cat picks up another 2 kills.
D&D denied the Rift Herald Eye, but they don't deny another tower going down and even more kills going into this Ashe. This is going to be a problem for them if they don't stop this bleeding. They are in dire straits at the moment. This bot lane's snowballing out of control.
This Ashe is so big. And fun piece of information as well. AFK right now has 10 kills, and bot lane has participated in 8 of them.
It's a cracking kill participation, isn't it?
Yeah. Just all the kills, all the action happening around this bot lane right now. I think CoraL just jinxed it in chat, which we don't like.
Well, what have they done? Dare I say, dare you say indeed. But yeah, so you got the Trinity Force and the Kraken Slayer now on that Ashe, which is pretty much an entire item ahead of the Caitlyn. That's scary. Shirelia's on the Milio, so gap closing. If they want to run in on a fight, it's all them. The slows built into Ashe's kit, they'll just chase anyone down they want, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a tower going down here for D&D.
Yeah. Dawn not really having any say over what Legend does in lane.
Yeah, it's an interesting swap, but I do like that the Scion's gone down to the bottom lane.
Yeah, this is very good lane assignments from AFK. I don't agree with Dynamo New Dawn's lane assignments, really, having the Silas still sit in the mid lane.
Yeah, it seems like they've been quite rigid there, haven't they? They haven't decided to move anything around.
Yeah. Because, like, the turret going down and just moving the bot lane over to mid lane where they can keep farming relatively safe. Very good macro play.
Absolutely. Just, yeah, this Ashe, pretty much, as long as she's got a backup, can do whatever she wants now, I think.
Yeah.
They're shaping up for the dragon. Was it 30 seconds on there? Mountain Soul?
Not Mountain Soul.
Will it be a Mountain Soul if at the end? Sorry, yeah, not now.
Oh yeah, it will be a Mountain Soul.
Mountain Drake, because then it's all mountains now, isn't it? So yeah. I think that's really, really good for whoever picks that up. Actually, really good Drake.
We have both top laners chilling in top with teleport up. So we might see a potential big skirmish in bot lane. The Caitlyn is picking up, trying to get the prio on bot lane. But AFK just posturing heavily to take this dragon right away.
I think AFK can sacrifice that tower for this dragon here. Doesn't let D&D get soul point. They could still collapse. They are bursting this down.
Yeah. For some reason, my directed camera is going top lane instead. But we did see AFK pick up that dragon relatively uncontested.
And they saved the tower as well. That's really big. Something happened in top lane potentially? Do they follow that roam from Silas?
Silas coming up, Garen hiding out of vision. Lumberjack side is chilling in his lane. Silas not connecting with the chains. But still hitting the Sign ultimate and the Everfrost, but nothing quite happening.
Arrow
the
miss.
Sign is too tanky. The arrow just barely missing.
Arrow miss, that's aftershave. Right, Lux is in a bad spot here.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
dear.
the middle of a lot of people. The flash bandage shots coming out from the Amumu. There's nothing she can do there. Just out of position, gets taken out.
Yeah, need to work on safer pathing there, because round the back of the Baron Pit's where you want to be going. I like the idea of going up to help. Just the way you path is very important there.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have D&D bullying Happy in the jungle here. Happy getting stunned from the Pantheon despite splashing away.
Bambi is quick.
The Happy BMO. Bambi is very quick. Have Atomica taking it back. Potentially giving Dynamudon some dragon, Baron control here. If we're looking at the vision here, Dynamudon has a lot better Baron control.
Absolutely. I think because the lanes are for the first time in the favour of AFK though on the mid side. Not on the top side, but you know, that tower's almost going to go down. I think they've got a lot better position to posture for anything like this now, objective-wise.
Yeah. For some reason, AFK has insane vision in the boss side jungle.
Is that just leftover maybe? Because the timers are running out on a lot of them. Oh no, some of them are zombie wards, are they, as well? Oh, blues,
okay.
but yeah, that might have just been left over from the dragon. But yeah, I mean, at the moment I can't see D&D taking a fight around the Baron because this Lux will just blow them up.
Yeah, the Ash as
No,
well.
sorry,
just
yeah,
keeps
misspoke,
trying.
yeah. Yeah, definitely Pocket Cat.
We have Pocket Cast just sitting pretty farming in the mid lane right now. Being flanked by both Lilia and the Milio.
Oh, nice.
The ultimate going in, it's a good shield from Pantheon. The W from Milio coming in to give Ash a lot of range.
Look at that.
Pantheon goes down from the Handby.
You're going nowhere, son.
Lilia back, yeah. Amumu just going down, taking so much damage.
Sion's safe
Sion
again. Back to the mid.
ulting to safety. Back to the mid where AFK was just pushing the wave out now, looking towards his Baron. Realistically, not much D&D can do to contest this.
No, absolutely not. I'm really enjoying how Sion's playing against this Garen, completely neutralizing it in the way he's playing. Really, really good. And this Ash is melting the Baron. Only 5k
That is
left
so
already.
much damage. That is so much damage. And yeah, I know at the start we had a legend very, very happy that he got to play his Garen. I think that was banned in the first game.
Yeah.
But Sion is holding his own against his pocket pick.
Yeah, absolutely. Dino can be very proud of how they're playing this game.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you let people get comfort picks in this league, it is very much a thing that comfort picks tend to run over their lanes, and it hasn't happened at all.
Yeah.
Sion's out farming the Garen and just kept everything safe. Hasn't taken any towers, but that's not the point. It's all about keeping that Garen occupied, not letting him run over his lane. That's all you need to do to enable this bot lane. And the bot lane are doing their business. That's all you want.
Yeah. It's a very interesting thing you bring up as well, because given how we're like a gold platinum league and below, it's not as much about what's meta at the moment. It's more about like if you let someone's pocket pick through, they're gonna absolutely just take over the game
Absolutely, yeah.
because of the comfort.
And you saw that they didn't prioritize the Ash Milio pick last time, and
Oh, but we have a triple Lily ultimate coming out, followed by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. The Pantheon using his
Blows
shield to
him
keep
up.
him unsafe, but blows him up with the Lux ult and the Ash damage. And now AFK are pushing. Dino also pushing in the top
Wow.
lane using the Baron minions.
Dino took 2
But Dino
towers.
1v1ing the Garen now.
Stay in the Baron wave. Don't have to run.
Stay in the Baron wave. Let them hit you. Oh, hit Garen.
He's going to win the 1v1.
Garen
There you
taking
go.
a lot of damage.
Flash.
Flashing the knockup. And now Garen is on the run. Meanwhile,
Free
AFK
Drake.
just taking this free dragon. This is going to be the second dragon, mountain dragon of the game for them.
This is a really well played comp by AFK. Really well executed. As soon as the Milio hits that Shirelia's, that can be game over. Don't run, boys. You'll only die tired.
Yeah, that was beautiful. The Lilia bowling ball hitting 3 people, and then
Then the Ash
And then the
Arrow,
ultimate.
Lux ult,
Yeah.
all came flying in. Absolutely brilliant. Milio doesn't need to use his ult either. He's just sat there just in case it goes a bit pear-shaped. You know, as soon as the Amumu, if he gets a flank off, dives in, Curse of the Sad Mummy, completely cleanses it, you know? So,
yeah,
to be honest, this is AFK's to lose. I'll go ahead and say it. 7k goal lead. They've got the comp. They've got the lead in the bot lane. I want to see how they execute this now. 2 Mountain Dragons in their pocket. 704 on the Ash.
yeah. With the teamfight potential coming from Dynamo Dawn, this is still they can still have a weird flank where they just win a fight and start taking over the game.
Yeah, we're looking basically at Atomica now to keep his team safe. If anything janky happens, he's got to have his itchy finger on the R there.
And I like because we were talking about this before the game, and I feel like AFK have played this game very, very well at this point, because they did exactly what we said they should do. Focus a lot of attention on the bot lane, get them ahead. Meanwhile, the rest of the team just makes sure that their counterparts don't get fed.
Yeah.
That is exactly what happened here. And now Sion is just beating this Garen in a 1v1 in his wave.
Yeah, it's got the level advantage.
The health
Oh,
advantage,
the ultimate
infinite
whipped.
scaling, the ultimate from Pantheon missing.
And he's out.
Yeah, the blast cone, getting him to safety.
You see how this vision control's pushed up a bit from AFK now. Bot side's looking a lot better.
Yep. Having a lot of vision in the bot side jungle of D&D.
Those Caitlyn traps.
And now we constantly just have
Fighting in a wave
Yash
again.
sitting in the middle, fighting in the wave, hitting the Q. We just constantly have Pocket Cat sitting on this Ashe in the mid lane, handling the waves, constantly backed by both Lilia and the Milio. So completely safe.
Very good farming in this game.
Yeah.
You're nearly at 10 CS a minute for the ADCs. Very, very good.
Well, the top laners are just constantly fighting each other.
Bonk, 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 bonk. The wave arrives just in time for Dino. Oh,
But the
good
huge
ult.
ultimate coming in for the Garen. Dino not expecting that damage, I think. Managing to get the solo bolo, which is going to create a lot of pressure in this top lane.
I think Dino got a bit brave there. Forgot the Oh, hello, got a fight.
Oh, we have Pocket just
Oh my god.
obliterating the people with his machine gun
Jesus.
Ashe. Essentially 1v3ing with the Milio just sitting behind him.
That's how you enable an ADC. Wow, look at that.
Mhm.
Goodness gracious. But yeah, I think Dino's getting a bit carried away with those fights there, forgetting the message. Stay safe, just keep the Garen occupied. Don't have to lose a fight. Ult away if you have to. Don't use your ult in an attacking way against that Garen. Lost the message a bit there. Paid for it.
He forgot his prime directive.
Silas on Minesweeper duty here. So we've got another dragon
yep.
coming up in a minute. Ooh, hey,
Still
AFK.
no, but
Shaping around a Baron, maybe.
yeah, posturing very heavily here.
We,
All of the members of AFK on the top side of the map as well.
we know Ash can melt this boy down as well. Big push on the mid wave,
Yeah.
Psy on top side. This is theirs if they want to take it. D&D are all over the map. They're taking red buffs. This is a free Baron if they want it. And they go for it.
Now, it is a good thing if the people on the team don't go into chat before the game is over.
Yes, absolutely.
But we do have Baron taken from AFK here.
Red team's
Very clean pickup. There was nothing
Oh,
that
big ult!
D&D could do. Big
Times
ult
two.
coming in from Hampy, catching the Caitlyn.
There.
That's just a clean takeout on the Caitlyn, and now they're here just in time for the dragon to spawn as well.
Flash from extra flavor.
Yeah, and this is probably going to be a clean pickup of the dragon as well. But we have Legend and Darker Basher in here. Extra flavor hitting a 5 people ultimate, that is insane. But then we have the cleanse coming from Atomica. Pocket Cat still safe in this backline, doing a lot of damage. Aquilian goes down, and AFK goes back to finish this dragon.
They do need to remember they have the Baron as well, so make use of that. Don't just go fighting willy-nilly. They'll just run into the mid lane now and absolutely stomp it down. This Ashe is just playing unbelievably well.
If we look at the stats again, we have the Shirelius coming in for Milio, but no one really to catch. But we have 14 kill participation on the Ashe and Milio, and 16 kills in the game.
Unreal participation.
Everything has just been based around the bot lane.
Absolutely phenomenal play. Deathless in the bot lane at the moment as well. See if they finish the game out. The damage is insane.
The damage is so good. Pocket Cat just having a field day, hitting people from the safety of behind the front
Oh,
line.
this is a good push by Dawn as well in the top side, increasing the pressure.
Yeah. Get another objective
stolen
to push.
ultimate.
We have the Ashe ult, but it's whiffed. And now Pantheon taking a lot of damage, Cyan ulting in to get the CC,
Oh my God.
hitting the Q. Pocket Cat is going absolute turret mode, doing so much damage to the Lux ultimate, taking
GG.
down the Caitlyn as well. And now we just have AFK finishing strong their last game of the season, and they pick up their first win with an absolute dominant performance.
3 deathless games there. Jungler, ADC support, absolutely slapped in the bot lane. And you could see, you know, that, yeah.
Oh, right, it's another win. No, it's another game. Guess it's 1-1. I'm so used to there being 2 zeros.
We get to hang out together another half an hour or so, mate. You looking forward to it?
That is, I'm looking forward to it. I want to see this bot lane of AFK pop off again.
AFK's first win. Everybody, let's have a clap. Come on, AFK. Bravo, bravo. That was really well played as well. I mean, and to get your first win playing like that, it's like, Jesus Christ, like, seeing that sort of performance, you'd expect more wins throughout the season. Like, that Ashe bot lane was an insane play.
It was an absolute dominant performance. Love to see it. Hampy playing around the bot side. The solo laners from AFK just holding their own, not letting the game get out of control. And then they just steamrolled. The Ashe couldn't be stopped back by the Milio and the Lilia.
Yeah, I think it was about 14 minutes in, wasn't it, when the Milio EW'd on the Ashe, and the Ashe was like, okay, hold my beer, watch this, and blew up both of those bot laners. And we were like, okay, let Ashe cook, see what happens. And, well, yeah, big win for AFK. That was absolutely phenomenal. And now we have a decider. Yes! This is so good.
A decider. We have a third game of this absolute slapper of a series.
Was it? Nolvi, it took a season. Well played, AFK. Good game. Yeah, Savage Gorilla's loving it. Hey, they finally got a win. Let's go. Pichu talking smack again. Come on now. Come on, Pichu. Tell us what you think about that Ashe Milio, though, bot lane. Come on, that was good. You got to put respect on that. That was unbelievable. I get a funny feeling that the Ashe Milio bands are going to come back as 1 and 2 this time. This may be my last CoraL game, going out with at least 1 win. Joy. Well, you know, I think you played a lot better in that second game, Dawn. That was really well played. Safe play on the Lux, picking up some important assists. That steal on the Rift Herald. Even though you didn't get the eye, at least you prevented them from using that across the map. Because if the Garen picks that up, that could blow your top lane open, and the game takes a different shape. So, you know, very well played. I got sweat on after watching that. That was great.
Yeah, it was a nail biter of a game.
Oh, I didn't watch. Well, there you go. Talking smack and you didn't even have the courtesy to watch. That's no good. It's Hampy. Keep going, bro. You got this. Yeah, well, there's a lot of support in AFK chat now. Yeah.
Love the positivity coming from Coral League. Literally will not change standings because AFK are locked to last place.
This is all about pride. Standings be damned. This is pride. Yeah. And we want to see an absolute banger of a game. Don't care who wins it. I just want to see a great game. I want to see this bot lane go head-to-head again. I think we should just remove all bans. Let people take whatever they want. Just go full in. No bans. Just pick whatever you want. Let's go.
That would be so much fun. Next, Dark Shroud versus the girl game.
Yeah.
Just no bans.
We'll handshake on no bans. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Savage Gorilla's offering a motivational speech to get everyone hyped up in AFK. I've heard his speeches. You will be hyped. I can confirm. This is about Lauren's Lux mid. We cannot replace it. We cannot replace it. Starts crying. Fair.
If you hop into waiting to be moved, I'll let you do a hype speech.
We don't want to get accused of bias, but it won't be us saying it, so it's fine. Ah, man. So yeah, I mean, I think we might see Darker Basher pick up a more traditional support in this next game. Because I think the Pantheon's good if you're bullying. Took the Ignite as well, was hoping to just stomp that lane. But it got to a point where the couldn't do anything, and the Pantheon didn't really have much of an impact there. Yeah. So what I'd like to see is something with a clear message for his bot lane and see what they can do. Try and stop this this combination of Pocket and Jeez, I've lost everybody's name. And Atomica just, running out of control.
Yeah. AFK just managed to live out like the first 3-4 levels of that lane. And then Caitlyn, Pantheon kind of just lose all their power. Especially with the Cole pickup from the Caitlyn as well.
Yeah. Nolvi's mentioning that again, because you picked it up early, mate. That was a great spot. It didn't really give them anything, did it?
Yeah, because when you're like an early aggression lane, I feel like you really want to go for that Doran's Blade just to have like every advantage you can get in the early fights.
Yeah. You don't want any sort of scaling item at all to like give you, like a slow burn, do you? That's a very good point.
Kind of feels depressing without the music. But I also don't want to try and fix it on the fly. Maybe
you could sing for us. Come on, Zoe, sing for us.
Absolutely not.
Give us a song from your country. Is it Elangor? That famous Swedish song?
Elangor.
Yeah. I see. I know my Swedish law.
Oh, nice. What else do you know about Sweden?
Oh, blimey. I know that instead, what we'd say, you've really dropped a clanger or you've made a mistake there, isn't it? You've taken a dump in the blue cabinet, something like that.
Yeah. We have a lot of like such fun sayings.
Yeah. My sister-in-law is Swedish, and during lockdown did a quiz round purely on what does this Swedish phrase actually mean. Like, it was well good.
When you have it a bit too easy in a situation.
Yes.
Like, you go into a gold platinum league and you enter with diamond players.
Or us versus Blossom on Sunday. Yeah.
Then
sure.
It's just like you're sliding in on a shrimp sandwich,
I see that makes sense to me though, because shrimp sandwiches are like posh people and like easy ride, right? Yeah. That's there. I think that makes more sense than taking a poo in a blue cabinet. Maybe I'm just crazy.
Yeah. All right, we have started the draft. So
sick! Right, let's get into it. No more chat about Swedish sayings.
We have 3 minutes to fill after the draft is done.
Okay, back to the sayings after that, Roger.
And we have the same bands coming out from AFK with the
Vel'Koz,
Vel'Koz and the
Kaiser,
Aurelion. Also, I
and the
apologize for
Aurelion.
the team logos being on the wrong sides, but I don't know how to fix it. So you're just gonna have to live with it. And the Ari band coming out as well. And then we've swapped out one band for the Scion, the Respect band.
So is it D&D with the first pick here?
Yeah.
Okay,
No, it's
so
AFK with the
AFK.
first pick.
Oh, so they can
Insta like the
pick up
Melio.
the Millia. Yeah. They haven't. That's interesting.
Could just turn them off. Center graphics, Team 1 logo. Oh, let's go. I'm such a Twitch streamer right now.
There we go. Excellent work.
And the Vi,
So the Vi picked up.
I'm pretty
Did they
sure
take the Ash away?
I have seen the Vi band in both games, I'm pretty sure.
Misfortune. They're letting them have the Ash Milio, even after that last game.
Ash Melio, D&D picking up the Misfortune that was very dominant in the first series.
There's serious respect on the Scion and the Lee Sin still.
Yeah.
Not letting that Lee Sin through, and obviously Dino's Scion play was an irritation to the Garen, so they said, we don't want any more of that.
Now
Clearly the Ash gets taken here. There's no surprise there, is it? What's their next pick, though?
We have a message from Savage Gorilla for Hampy to check his DMs. We have the Lux coming in again. So we have the same, like,
nice.
bot side of the map.
Yeah, I like this. This is good. The Lux worked well.
Yeah.
As long as Lauren keeps playing it safely, I think it's going to work really well. Because you saw a little bit of a wobble after a safe laning phase where a few bad pathing decisions were made, and we're like, oh, is this all going to fall apart? But, she got it back together, kept it really tight along with the Scion. Ooh, this is an interesting mid lane pick.
I have not seen an Orianna in so long. But yeah, it's like Nolwe said in chats, they won with this last game. And why change a winning concept when you can just run the same thing back, but without the Scion? Now we have
decided to prioritize the Lilia as well.
The Lilia band, the Lilia doing so much work in the last game, and the Garen Respect band coming out. You don't want the Garen as comfort pick. The Jarvan was picked in game 1. You don't want the Jarvan Misfortune again.
I'm liking these bands. Everyone's really paying attention to what's going on. There's no sort of like aimless band method here. I'm liking what everyone's picking up.
It's they made
Shockwave.
research.
I think Shockwave into Bullet Times could be good as well. See what they pick up for support.
Oh, that would have been huge with the Jarvan as well.
Jesus Christ, yeah, that would have been unstoppable. All right, what have we got here? Why change a winning concept? Yep, it's popping off, guys. Deciding games. Yay, Ori. It's been a long time. Yeah, absolutely. Another Amumu pick. So there's that support Amumu. We're going to get Curse of the Sad Bullet Time, guys, in the bot lane. All right. Not a conventional support picked again by Darker Basher. He's loving these fruity supports. I'm liking it.
We called this in the second game, but they picked it in the third game.
Right, so Steve-O says, I like AFK's playstyle, but my heart says D&D. Let's go. Okay, Steve-O, don't you dare hype up. Oh man, there's a bit of a civil war going in the chat here.
And Ornn picked up again. Rerun from game 1. It is a safe, very good weak side top laner. So I think it's a very good pick into what AFK wants to do here.
Yeah, I'm liking it. If they can play the Ornn as safe as they played the Scion, that would be excellent.
And the Diana.
Because imagine. Oh yeah, Diana jungle. We like this.
Oh, we have a rerun from the top lane matchup in the first game. Ornn versus Mr. Businessman himself.
We're going to see if the top lane repeats the first game, and if the bot lane repeats the second game. It'll be interesting here. You imagine upgrading Ash's item with Ornn. If it goes anyway like it did last time, that's going to be something difficult to deal with.
Indeed.
Oh, what have we got here? First beefy boy locked in, full AP session.
Oh,
Look at the Wombo combo comp.
Oh wait, we have 2 casters here.
Look at the wombo combo comp. You got to respect it. Good luck, teams. Be aware of the workload AFK. Yeah, don't let that Mundo absolutely slap, because you saw that problem in the top lane. It's when that Mundo just got to snowball. It was knocking towers down for fun. They prevented Garen doing the exact same thing. It's just all about the top and mid lanes being self-sufficient and just surviving, enabling the rest of their team to do what they do best. We've got the Ashmilio again, so if they get a shutdown early on, then, a Mumu ult into the Misfortune ult, that's a problem at level 6. But then you still have the Milio cleanse to get you out of it, so it's going to be a skill check, I think, this one. There's no clear winner, I think, just from picks alone. It'd be interesting to see how it plays out.
Sure, for sure. Really looking forward to this. It's going to be an absolute banger of a third game between AFK and D&D.
I'm going to keep a very close eye on these junglers, see how they enable their teams, where the resources go.
Yeah, I really, really, really want Hampy to do what he did last game and just wave goodbye to his top laner and sit mid and bot for like the entire game.
Yeah, just have faith that the top laner is going to survive. Just do what needs to be done. Upgrade those items. The pivotal for me, keeping that mid lane tower up for as long as possible. Gives you so much freedom to move into the jungle.
And now we have our 3 minutes waiting for a game.
All right, so back to the chat and Swedish sayings, I think.
The Swedish proverbs, yeah.
Is there one about cows on the ice or something as well?
That was number 1.
Oh, is it?
There is no cow on the ice.
Oh, what a relief. I think that's the only ones I remember.
Yeah. But when you've really fucked up? The equivalent of like getting caught with your hand in the cookie jar.
Yes, okay.
Is being stuck with your beard in the mailbox.
Oh. Goodness me. All right. Where's that one come from?
I have no idea, actually.
It's better not to know, actually, I think. Sometimes it's better not to have an answer. Just wander forever and ever. Peeping elderly men. That's a very good point. But you are assuming that only men have beards. And are we talking about face beards? I don't know. I'm just asking questions here. Asking questions.
Do you know what it means if you are suspecting there are owls in the bog?
Suspecting there are owls in the bog?
Yeah.
Goodness me, no.
That is if you sense a sensation of knowing that something's wrong.
Wow.
You suspect there are owls in the bog.
All right. Sense of impending doom. I wonder if any of our teams are suspecting owls in the bog as they load into this game. Looking at that Ashmilio, I've got a few feelings about a couple of owls and some bogs, that's for sure.
Well,
we should try and make them all relate to League. I think that'd be a good idea.
That would be really fun, yeah.
Do a promo for the next Darkshroud game in the style of WWE. I don't know if I've got time to do that now because we're 50 seconds away from game, thank God. Otherwise I'd have had to actually try.
We have time. Go do
it. No. I haven't got my WWE voice on. Maybe after the game, after the interviews. Maybe I'll build it up.
Well, we are about to load into this game. We have AFK versus D&D 1-1 for the final game of the night. Absolute banger. AFK won last game with a really, really strong performance. But let's not make a hen out of a feather because D&D can still pull this back. It's anyone's game right now.
Strap yourselves in, guys. It's going to be epic.
And we'll go into the hype trailers. And we are in game for game 3.
Let's see if everybody plays it safe. We've had no level 1 shenanigans. Are people going to risk throwing it away early? Or are they just going to carry on being safe?
Hold on, I need to speed up so I'm on point. There we go.
Welcome to Summoner's
And yes, it is true that instead of saying, no way, we say, lay egg. We have a level
hello.
1 shenanigan happening here. D&D stacking up in the brush, walking into the AFK jungle led by Mr. Businessman himself. Not quite connecting with the briefcase. But there is some vision placed down.
Out safely. Everybody paying attention there. There's nobody sleeping in the jungle.
minions have spawned.
I should get this thing on. There we go. And now the vision has been set down. So now we're just chilling with the 5-point again.
Right. Diana's starting blue. Amumu's starting red. No, not Amumu, sorry.
In Swedish,
Vi's starting red.
lay egg is leg egg. It rhymes.
Leg egg.
Yeah. Atomic and Pocket are just chilling in the brush here. Maybe trying to go for some shenanigans. Oh, hitting
Hello.
2 strong autos. 3 strong autos. For a huge early game advantage. Atomic with some emote spam BM. Feeling confident after last game.
Okay, pretty even so far everywhere. I like the E on the back line of the wave there.
Yeah.
Bit aggressive with the Q. Just focus those minions. It's going to be really tricky, I think, this lane for Dawn, because that ball of Oriana's is just quite hard to keep track of if you're not used to the matchup.
Yeah, and it can turn into a lot of free damage for the Oriana. Like right there, where
There we go.
Donkey gets into it.
The clairvoyant Troll Zoe.
And we have...
Who gets first blood? Come on, you tell me now. Who do you
it
think?
could be extra flavor going into the bot lane here.
Oh.
The flash Q from Amumu connecting with the Vi Q, but flash from the Ashe, and she walks it out safely. I
The Ashe
think
missing the W there.
the first blood is gonna happen in top lane,
Alright, it's a big call.
because Vi is gonna start pathing upwards now. Ornn is gonna bounce his wave back to Mundo's tower, and is gonna be caught out and killed. So Ornn's gonna die for first blood.
Alright, big shout. I'm going to go, just to be a contrarian, I think the opposite's going to happen. I think Diana's going to run into the bot lane when that wave pushes out.
Alright,
And,
alright.
yeah, just to be different, you know? I think I agree with you if you can, but...
I have a challenge.
Oh, wow. A challenge.
How many Swedish proverbs can we fit into one game of League?
Oh,
Oh, but we have a Amumu going in here with the Q connecting, the Diana
Diana.
flashing in, diving under the turret, but not quite
Oh, tower damage.
getting the kill. But Happy getting
Survive.
saved by the heal. The million heal
Oh.
coming out, just barely allowing Hampy to escape safely.
back to
And
the W as well.
yeah, and my call is still live. I was so scared right there.
I was almost wrong, but right at the same time. I didn't think that was possible. It was a bot lane, but it was Hampy dying.
Yeah.
Not causing the death.
As we have Vi potentially looking for a lane gank. No, just walking down to the scuttle. A more sensible call, really.
But I quite like the idea of the Swedish proverbs. It'll be a bit like when you watch the news and somebody does the weather forecast and they try and, like on the, is it May the 4th? They always try and get Star Wars references into the weather forecasts. I always enjoy those.
There's a guy on TikTok who does challenges where he does song lyrics in the
Oh,
weather
right.
forecast.
That's
Fun to
excellent.
watch.
Right, here we go. Right, let's see how this CS is shaping up. Dawn is keeping it close this time with the CS, a lot better than before. There's not much in it, really. 500 team gold, 400, something like that.
Yeah, we have another very, very chill early game coming out from both teams. There's been one gank from either jungle, but not much happening in terms of like trading coming out from the laners.
Keeping on the levels as well. Dawn hitting 6 first against Aquilian.
Is she gonna take the advantage though? She did not have time to do that. Atomic are posturing very heavily against its engaged lane in the bot lane.
Yeah, that's bold from Emilio. That could definitely backfire.
Oh, that was a huge double up. But now we have Vi
Gank.
walking into the bot lane here, but Diana is also there to respond for potential counter gank. The Q connecting on top
wow,
of the Atomica, the Sun's going down, taking a lot of damage, and the first blood going over to Misfortune. Both of us were wrong.
Absolutely.
Ah,
Bot lane, first blood, that's huge. No vision on the bot side at all.
yeah.
And I think, has he just picked that pink up? Maybe he has, but it looks like Ash had 2 wards to place and just didn't place them. And they paid for that dearly, especially with the Emilio flash and heal down.
That is very sad, and we see the Dragon picked up as well. A huge early game advantage for Dynamo New Dawn.
And that's why we say wards save lives, kids. Always ward your jungle and your brushes.
Buy pink wards.
You might even say that Atomica took a dump in the blue cabinet.
For sure. He for sure did not sense there was an owl in the bog.
It's going to be the race for level 6 here. I mean, it's going to favour D&D, you'd think. Ooh.
The Timo thumbs up emote going on. That's a Swedish proverb I don't actually know, no way.
Warned is armed, as in to be forewarned, to be forearmed. That's an English one as well, I think.
Maybe it's an English proverb and I'm still stuck in the Swedish world.
Maybe. Pink wards warn you. There you go. I'm enjoying this top lane fight. It's still very safe. Staying within touching distance on the CS.
They say very even. Mundo taking a business call in the middle of fighting. The knockdown going out.
Bit more aggressive than I'd like to see there.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone's going to rush some anti-heal today for that Mundo.
We have both the Vi and the Orianna posturing for this Herald here. Is it gonna be an early... No, she
Ooh.
just hopped over the wall.
Just
We have-
dashes through.
Mumu looking for a mid lane gank here.
Very
Walking-
close to tower. It's bold.
Yeah, opting not to do it. It is a dangerous dive to do.
Yeah, especially when you've got a pretty much a full health, full mana Lux. That can go very badly for you.
We have a big brain move coming from CoraL here in the chat. If you just kill the Mundo fast enough, you don't need anti-heal. But the enchanted crystal arrow hitting on top of the Amumu. The Amumu is stuck with his beard in the mailbox here, but manages to flash out.
Unfortunately, Hampy went too deep into that lane and gave Amumu a path out with the Q.
Yeah.
It'd been better to stay on the Amumu's head, but they have forced out the double flash and exhaust out of that bot lane, so expect to see Hampy come back pretty soon.
It should do, yeah. It was also a flash out of Hampy. But that bot lane should look very, very tasty for ganks right now. So let's see if
Right.
AFK's bot lane can capitalize on this.
The way Misfortunes just dropped the E on Atomica there, that means that should tell them they got vision there. They can see it's pinged, that's fine. They know they'll need to clear that if they've got another gank coming.
Yes. Again, very slow games. All 3 games. We're 10 minutes in and we just have 1 kill.
Yeah. I don't mind that. I think this shows how much this game is meaning to both teams. They're not just going gung-ho, they're taking it very steady. Aquilian has now taken the level advantage in the mid lane, hitting 9 before Dawn has.
And developing quite a strong minion lead as well now.
Absolutely, but like we said, you know, early on in the series, we don't mind the CS gap. It's all about keeping those deaths down.
Yeah. Now we see D&D on this Herald. Not really much of a position for AFK to contest it. Probably just gonna be given over for free. Campy was in the area,
absolutely.
but can't really do much.
Ornn's pushed that wave under tower, has denied a few minions from the Mundo. He won't pick any of those up, I don't think. No, he picks up 2.
Very even game in the top lane.
Yeah, absolutely. See the plates all still standing, I think. Yeah, all still standing in plates as well. There really is not much between them. They have stretched out 1,000 gold lead though.
And that's just from farm, really. And the one kill that they had the first blood.
Yeah, they'll have Dragon and Rift as well, won't they, for their objectives?
Oh, right. They've gotten a lot of objectives, actually.
But, you know, it's what they use that Rift for now as we find... Oh!
And we have a Fnatic pause.
Top internet issues. Top lane lagging. Alright, okay.
And a cheeky toilet break.
Are you leaving me all on my own here?
Nah, I meant from the Amumu.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to leave. I was just going to tell you to make sure you find the toilet and not the blue cabinet. I'd have been, you know, backing you up, dude.
Summoner has disconnected.
Okay, so we're going to have the reset here.
Want to get some milk? Yeah, okay, we're just going to have like a casual 40-minute break here.
Yeah, it's all about the milk breaks. We live for them. Got to get your calcium in, guys.
Did you catch the lore between the milk meme in the chat before?
Yeah, I saw it today. Yeah, people chatting about somebody having to go out to get milk, otherwise their internet wouldn't get turned back on or something.
Yeah. It was a fun game.
What a mad world we live in. Maybe that could become a Swedish proverb if we keep using it.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go to like the Swedish Academy.
Yeah, go to the elders of Sweden.
Yeah.
Do they all wear hoods? Are they yellow and blue?
I don't think they do. I think they're very boring people. Just like a bunch of old people.
I'm having a quick look across this CS here between the two teams, and there's nothing in the top anymore. There's a 20 CS lead in the jungle there. I think, looking at the item paths here, Noon Quiver that's going to go straight into Kraken, isn't it?
Yep.
And is that going to be a Dusk Blade on the Misfortune?
Most likely, yeah.
All right, okay, and they're pretty much the same way along. Oh, we're back in. We will get that stun, won't we? A little stop.
Yeah, it's like 30 seconds before.
Probably in the middle of a massive fight. Oh, good use of the Rift here.
Yeah.
Dragon on the map. Use the Rift.
Soak up the pressure so that Dawn can't go help on this dragon.
Are they going to try?
But the entirety of TFT are here.
Stolen!
And how is that even stolen? And it's a pause within a huge Misfortune ultimate.
Oh, and we're back.
And we're back. Hampy gets taken down, but Ashe steals the dragon.
I'm going to say worth.
Definitely worth. I just saw the Ashe ultimate hit, and then we have Aquilian with the engage in the mid lane. The flash coming out, but not enough to save Dawn. The auto managing to take her down.
I think they could go. Oh, I wanted a bit more aggression out of the bot lane now. I thought they could have gone for that.
Yeah, for sure. The ultimate down from the side of D&D. And I think without ultimates, I think AFK's bot lane are definitely stronger. They could have gone for that.
Mundo doing Mundo things in the top lane now. You just got to hope with that crash offer from the Rift Herald in the mid and the death that it doesn't just get out of control now. You want Dawn just to collect themselves, get back into lane, start playing safe, just keep farming, because 80 CS is not to be sniffed at. I know you're behind, but you don't let it just get away from you, you know? There's a big push trying to deny minions in the bot lane. I think Misfortune's going to miss out a few here. Gets the cannon though.
That's the most important one. Then a cheeky back from AFK.
Checking the vision situation. Pretty well warded on the bot side for both teams. And there is a ward top side for the Mundo.
Yeah. Vi walking towards the top side here. I'm not sure how much you can get from actually go. Maybe she's just gonna start clearing, pathing back down. Her red is about to spawn. But Hampy's again looking for a gank on this bot side here.
Did see good pings coming out from Dawn there. I think it was Dawn on the Orianna every time she seems to be stepping out of lane just to warn the rest of the team that you might have an Orianna coming down on your case.
Mm-hmm. Orianna pushing in this mid lane very heavily.
Ooh, good ult.
Oh, but Dawn hitting
Nice,
a full combo on Aquilian under turret. Hampy is there as well. Not quite getting the kill. Extra flavor there to keep his luck safe.
Hampy flash.
Hampy flash, but did not get the kill.
This bot lane is hitting that 14-minute moment again where they really start pushing, trying to get their advantage. The wave is nicely shoved in. They don't see Diana coming in. Are they going to try and bait them out?
No vision in the brush here. This is a well set up lane gank. Hampy just chilling in the lane here.
They've seen with a ward.
Yeah.
So Diana goes off to do Diana things. Ori's coming down. There's a lot of people coming down.
Dynamo New Dawn sent some owls in the bog and they set their board out and found the jungler. But now the entirety of D&D are here. The flash Q coming out from Amumu but not quite connecting because Ashe flashes as well. Which is a good trade for Dynamo New Dawn. Like the Amumu flash for the ADC flash, definitely worth.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to keep your foot on the throat of that Ashe. Don't let her start snowballing out of control.
They're doing a very good job of that. Still 0-0-0 on the Ashe. Very even in farm.
Oh, shockwave.
Shockwave coming in. Dawn giving another kill over to Aquilian. And we have quite a substantial, like 1800 gold lead developing in the mid lane. We also have like a 600, 700 gold lead in the bot lane in favor of Misfortune. So the carries of D&D just getting small advantages now for the mid game.
Yeah, it's developed into a 4,000 gold lead now. That mid lane first turret as well will increase that gap in the mid lane.
Yeah.
You got to keep track of the Orianna balls. That seem to be a problem at the moment. Oh, hello. Collapse.
Stuck in the middle of three people here, but just box it out. AFK deciding to not go on that. They're preparing for this dragon, but we have a big engagement in the top lane here. Legend taking a lot of damage, but popping the ultimate to survive. Meanwhile, we have a big skirmish here in the bot lane with a big Q coming out from the Lux. The Orianna ultimate coming out. Atomica healing with the ultimate. The Vi Q not connecting, but the ultimate does. The Misfortune ult comes out to burst down the Ashe. And now Hampy has placed his last potato, dies as well. It's a clean 3 kills in favor of D&D, and now they're gonna look to pick up this Baron. Can Dawn go for another hero play here with the steal? She doesn't have her ultimate up, but she's gonna go for it. The E is over the wall, the Q not quite killing it, and the dragon goes over to D&D.
The combo be womboing. That was really well played by D&D. The Milio cleanse came out a bit too early, got hit by another Amumu Q, and yeah, it all just fell apart. Rift picked up as well. Yeah, Vi ultimate as well. They've got so much, haven't they?
And enchant the crystal arrow landing in mid lane, but there's no follow up.
Good damage from the E though. now that the Ludens has been completed. What's it called? It used to be Luden's Echo, now it's Luden's Tempest.
I think I still call it Luden's Echo.
Yeah. Notice that AFK is still to get on the board with a kill here. It's an awful lot of zeros up in that score bar.
I had not seen that. It's not what you want to see.
Oh, hello.
But
Maybe
now
just go for
Pokecat is diving,
Got very deep
taking
there.
a lot of damage from the turret, but here is Darker Basher with the Amumikyu not quite connecting. They are still on the chase. Mundo is here as well, blocking Atomica up. Atomica popping the ultimate, but now the Misfortune ultimate goes out. The Lux ultimate goes out as well. Milio is dead. Lux is dead, but now Hampy is under the turret with
Nicely done.
the ultimate. My mouse went all over the place.
Oh, Rift's going bot as well.
Rift as well. We have a teleport coming in from Dawn here to try and save the turret. It's not going to be saved though. The Orn ultimate going up, being knocked the wrong direction out into the void outside the Rift.
Yeah, that Orn ultimate's going to land in another game of League of Legends. Not in this one, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, the dive there from Pocket Cat was just a little bit too eager beaver for me. You don't want to be... it's getting to that point though, isn't it? When the gold lead starts to get big, these desperate plays come in, and then, you know, if they don't work, then it just gets worse and worse.
Desperate plays and the feeling of like he was very, very strong in the last game.
Yeah.
And maybe he just got overzealous for a bit, thinking he had it, but didn't quite have the damage.
That's definitely a fate that befalls a lot of players, isn't it? You think you're as strong as the previous game you played, you try and make a play, and you haven't got the attack speed, you haven't got the damage or whatever, and it doesn't quite work out.
This is now turning into 8k gold lead almost from Dynamo New Dawn, keeping their grasp on this game.
Yeah, the stranglehold is getting tighter and tighter now. With a potential Infernal Soul for D&D as well, it's not going to get any better for AFK unless they can get a foothold in this game.
Darker Bash are looking for some really aggressive Qs here, just wanting to go in as much as possible.
Oh, Dawn running around on Vision.
Or on Vision, trying to get the Scuttle. Darker is there with the Oriana Shockwave as well, connected to the Amumu. And gives over a free kill. Now we have the Ashe Milio combo chilling in the mid lane again. Are Dynamo Dawn looking at the Baron here? No.
Question mark pings coming out from AFK. They're aware that they're stood there, but they've got no vision to walk in, and after what happened to them last time, I can't see them doing the same thing again. The Vi has taken it back, though.
Is that item on that's the item that builds into Ginsu's Rage Blade, right?
Which one are we looking at, sir?
The Rage Knife.
Oh, the Rage Knife, yes, I think that is it, yeah.
Because I do remember being on the Ashe Reddit not too long ago, and them having a very heated discussion because apparently, since Ginsu's Rage Blade turns off your crits, it turns off Ashe's passive.
Oh. Interesting.
Like the extra damage that she gets from hitting slow targets.
Ah.
But we have Misfortune
effective.
caught here, hitting the ultimate, but getting Enchanted Crystal Arrowed. But here we have Vi going in and the Milio flashing out. No, the Ashe flashing out, sorry. The Milio there to support.
That would have been a huge shutdown if the Ashe had picked that up.
Yeah,
But now the Baron.
The Baron, Dynamo Dawn, changing focus instantly. The Baron getting very melted. ADC taking a lot of damage. And now Hampy's walking into the full team of Dynamo Dawn, eating a minion to try and stay safe, getting Vi ulted and getting taken down.
Another dragon up for D&D as well.
Yeah.
Don't
Just
think
have
there's anything they can do.
full objective control here. Getting everything that's on the map.
I'm still seeing an awful lot of running around in the jungle by Dawn, not on safe pathing. I know that they can account for a lot of D&D, but I still want to see some safer pathing coming in. Because if you want to try and get late, you're not going to get late if you keep running around in the jungle with no vision.
No. Dino doing the same thing here, running around the jungle with no vision, getting CC chained, running on the turret here, but
Oh dear.
disconnecting?
Yeah, it looked like a disconnect there, yeah.
A summoner has reconnected.
The way he just stood under tower there as well, there's no abilities being turned on, but to be honest, I'm not sure how much they could have done to prevent that, really. It looked like it was just going to happen no matter what, but...
Yeah, it was just the last few seconds of him dying that it looked like he DC'd.
Yeah, your heart breaks for AFK, the way this game's gone. Few plays not quite working out, but... You know, Aquilian's doing a hell of a job in that mid lane, just pushing that advantage, making it count. Credit to Dino. That top lane play has been good, it's kept the Mundo quiet. The lanes haven't been blown apart, but you know, it's, yeah, getting caught in the jungle, no vision, it's just really not working out well for them.
Yeah. Like, what map impact Mundo has had has not been in top lane. Because Dino only has one death, and this was his first death.
That's right, yeah.
So,
absolutely.
Mundo with the 5 assists has just been other places on the map.
Yeah, he's been teleporting around, hasn't he? He's popped the Rift Herald bot lane as well. Yeah, I'm just trying to think back to... Yeah, it all went a bit wrong for the bot lane, didn't it, with that dive? Trying to pick something up as well when they didn't need to. Because I still think there is a path. If this Ashe gets a few shutdowns, it becomes a real big problem. Look at the gold. You've got 550 shutdown, 700 shutdown, 200 shutdown. A couple of kills get picked up. It could change it round. It's not all over yet. They've still got a few towers. An Infernal Soul. Oh, hello.
Oh, here we have the Shurelias going down. The Bucket Router is chasing Aquilian, getting the shutdown, the 1,000 gold shutdown. And now it's you that are clairvoyant. Ashe getting a huge shutdown and a lot of gold.
And, you know,
Dawn 1v1ing the turrets.
There's only one winner there, friend. But it's an objective bounty, you know, so this is good. This is good. More gold into the team.
Yeah.
And, yeah, the way that, you know, a little bit of a lapse in concentration by Aquilian there, giving up his massive bounty to the Ashe. That's the last person you want to feed that into. And let's see what this Milio Ashe can do now. Can they make the God play to get it back? Can they just run this game from now on? 24 minutes in.
The game is definitely not over yet. Can they pull it back? Find out in the next episode. Happening right now.
One thing I do want to draw attention to, although the Ashe has been playing tremendously well this series, the vision score's quite low at 13 there, compared to everyone else.
It is,
oh, hello.
And we have Hampy going in onto the Mundo here. Dawn and Atomic are also there to support, but this Mundo is just not taking any damage. Hampy taking a lot of damage though. And we have an engagement in the bot lane at the same time. The banish shot is getting blocked by the Secret Service minion. But now Mundo is on the chase. He's chasing 3 people back into their own turret. Absolute raid boss.
Having a look through, it's only the Bramble Vest on the Ornn, and the Ornn's bot side, so there's no anti-heal against this Mundo in this fight at the moment.
It also, with like the Bramble being a very bad anti-heal pickup for a Mundo. Because the Mundo is not going to be...
auto attacks.
And when he autos, it's not going to auto the Ornn. But now the Shorelia coming out, and the Enchanted Crystal Arrow connecting, the W on Pocket Cat going absolutely... Turret mode again, gets another kill onto Aquilian.
Losing a tower topside though, as it happens.
Yeah. And
we
also,
do need to see the Milio Ashe sticking together. That's massive for this game. If they don't do it, it's over.
And we have Ornn level 15, I didn't notice that, so we do have the Ornn items starting to come out. I want to see the names if I can. We have a Shurelias Requiem on Atomica. And
Seething
a Seething Sorrow. on the Aquilian. Still,
Jeez.
like, she picked Trinity Force last game, and now she opted for the Ginsus instead.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether it's actually a shout, because, like you say, with the cancelling of the crits, it's yeah,
This was just something I read on the Ash Ash Reddit.
yeah,
But because if it works that way, then like you remove the crit and you remove all the on-hit damage that you're trying to boost with the Ginsus in the first place.
I see.
Because what you want, like the thought behind it, is like you apply the extra damage on slow targets twice.
Right, yeah, it stacks.
Yeah.
Because the mythic passive on it is 5% armor pen, 6% magic pen. So I don't think that offsets it at all, does it really? But
No.
because I was thinking if there was like an angle with the Ornn upgrade, maybe it does make sense to do it this time. But maybe they're just going off Porifest or something. Not hating on it. I do it.
No.
Interesting. What we got shaping up? Another dragon.
Yeah.
Less than a minute away. Mundo's just free pushing. I don't think
Potential-
Lux should be facing this Mundo to like stop his push.
No, she can't do much. Only thing she can do is kill minions. And if she does that, I think Mundo can just walk at her. But it is a potential Infernal Soul now. D&D
It looks
being
like
on
they're going to
soul
have to give it up and just kill this Mundo, I think. But that's a massive soul to give over just for a Mundo.
points. Yeah. 15 seconds on the spawn, and AFK are nowhere near this dragon.
And Mundo can just come up and walk this, tap this inhibitor. He doesn't need a wave.
Yeah. And now, AFK are kind of just not contesting any of the objectives.
We call this dithering. There's a bit of dithering going on, and they're going to
Okay.
pay for it.
Oh, but Enchanted
Ooh.
Crystal Arrow just going slightly wide. Darker Basher doing a good job distracting Hampy there so he can't go into the pit and try and steal. The Infernal Soul does go over to Dark Shroud. No, Dynamo New Dawn. Dark Shroud is not here.
In spirit, we're always here.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, you look at that. They don't pick up the Mundo. They don't challenge the objective. They save their inhibitor, but they're still losing out. Let's see what happens on this Baron. This is huge.
Yeah. This is a big Baron. But everyone is alive for AFK as well. This might be the last
They're not even going to get in.
they go for. But no, Darker Basher is just keeping them out of the... hitting
Huge
the
ult.
ultimate on the Ashe. The misfortunate going out, the Ashe, Milio, Diana just being obliterated. 4 people of AFK dying instantly. And now they're just gonna mow down this mid lane.
That is the game, isn't it? I think they end here. How long are those death timers?
It's
24
seconds. And you have a Baron. You
There
only
is-
have Dawn left to defend.
I think it's in the words of Blazing Squad. I've got 24 seconds to go. Oh, not if you're Lux, though.
Lux just took a shit in the blue cabinet there.
And it's 21 seconds. That's bad by me. Sorry, I'm not showing my my knowledge too well.
3 people of AFK spawning here, doing one last stand. Hampy going in. Ashe and Millie doing what they can, but in the end, Dynamo New Dawn takes it home.
Deathless for the Misfortune, the Vi, and the Mundo. There's been a lot of deathless games.
Yeah.
I mean, that one was a bit of a stomp, unfortunately. They basically flipped what happened in the previous game. The bot lane got ahead, the bot lane carried. It's been those last 2 games have been stories of the bot lanes. But yeah, well played to both teams.
And we have a 2-1 in the series in favor of Dynamo New Dawn. All right. Absolute banger of a series. If anyone from, I think it's custom to do the losing team first. So if anyone from Team AFK is interested in a post-game interview, please hop up here.
I wouldn't mind talking to Pocket.
To Pocket, yeah, that would be sick.
I know it's never fun chatting after a loss, but
We
we've
have
got some boys.
you guys are mods, I can't move you. So you can just move yourselves in here.
We don't have the power.
No,
or the technology.
we're just casters.
Oh, they're resolutely staying there.
Oh,
they're
I
here.
could move them. Ho ho. Let's go.
Hello.
So this is Atomic and Happy from Team AFK.
How
How are
we
you
doing,
feeling
gents?
after this game?
We fucking won a game! Let's go!
We won a game, let's go.
Watershed. We won! I would like to thank the boys and girls back at the factory for all of their hard work, honestly.
The good thing is that it wasn't like we just won as well. Like the second game, we actually convincingly won. So it kind of just shows that we can actually play well as a team, but we just need to figure out how to consistently do that. Really.
Yeah, absolutely. You boys did really well to get that bot lane ahead, and Pocket absolutely popped off on that Ashe. It was excellent to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even threatened to do it in that final game, but unfortunately couldn't stay alive in that final team fight. But I mean, yeah, it was a cracking effort by you guys. I think we said in the cast that it's surprising you hadn't picked up more with performance like that in that second game. It was absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, well played.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So you obviously had a very dominant performance in the second game. Did you have what was the game plan coming into the second game?
Steve, I'll let you take this one.
So the game plan originally was, fuck it, let's have fun. We can't come out some of them last. And then we kind of realised, oh well, to be honest, if it's our last game, we may as well actually try. So they left up Ashe Milio, and we just drafted it instantly because me and Pocket have been playing. We've been stomping on that kind of lane in solo queue, so we were like, oh, you know what, we'll give it a go. And then we kind of just picked up the draft from there. Like we know because we know we have to draft mid in the first part so that they can get like a champion that they want and that they're extremely comfortable on. So from that perspective, the draft was it went from let's have fun to let's actually try. And then with the actual game plan, with the way that we drafted where we had Sion, who's a very clear sort of weak side top, it was kind of just let's play for the bot lane, let's try and get this Ashe ahead. And then with the team comp that they had no real consistent backline dive. Like the best that they had, I think, was Pantheon ult with their comp. So it was just like, if we can get the Ashe ahead, Ashe can just completely kite them out on 1v9, and then that's what happened. Ashe kited them out on 1v9. So
For sure.
I also really enjoyed the aggressive nature as well with the Shirelia's battle song on the Milio. So if you ever wanted to turn around and fight, you had that option as well. It was really good.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, the combo of Milio Ashe is something I will definitely be looking at as well myself, because that was tremendous. Well drafted.
The Lilia complements it well and all, because there was a time in mid when Ollie
The triple,
just ulted, and then I just ult as well, and it's just a double lockdown in it, so it just works. It works well. But yeah, I said it in the CoraL chat. It's like when a team in any sport gets relegated and they're like, oh, we don't give a shit anymore, we're already relegated. Then they suddenly start playing really well because it doesn't matter because there's no pressure. It was kind of like that. Do you know what I mean? And then we were just like, oh, we don't care. So yeah, it was good. But I think we'll be stronger next season for sure, because now we figured out a way to play well together. We just need to consistently do that, like I said before.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think it showed as well. Like, it was very, very clear what you were trying to do. You put resources into the bot lane. It's a bot lane meta still, and it just worked perfectly. So, yeah, I think you've got plenty of things to work on and build from. So, yeah, excited to see what comes next.
Thank you.
Cheers, lads.
Looking forward to see if we can have AFK unlocked for the next season and the potential for it. Do you have any final words for this CoraL season?
Well, we're the most consistent team in the league, so I would just like to say thanks to the team on that front, and also thank you because I'm obviously one of the moderators, so I do have to do the obligatory. Thank you very much to everyone that has partaken in the tournament, in the league, however you want to call it, for getting it back up and running after so long, and for helping us sort of scrape together the league. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say.
A shout out to our mid lane as well. More than likely going to have to leave us this season because just work commitments. So big shout out to Donna's left and we'll never forget you. Start
Rest
with
in
the
peace.
smallest violin.
Rest in peace,
Absolutely,
man.
yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
The dawn has left. Has left.
The dawn has officially left.
The dawn has officially left.
Have you been waiting to say that one, Zoe?
Thank you very much for your insights. We have Legend Month from Team Dynamo New Dawn chilling in the waiting to be moved.
Right, we shall leave you be
Cheers,
and let you
lads.
interview him. So
GG
thank you very
boys, well
much.
played.
Yeah, great
GG.
game.
Good games. Peace.
Here we have Legend Mons.
Hello.
Here we have Legend Month from Team Dynamo New Dawn. What's up, dude?
Yeah, I was a little bit scared after the second game, so still a bit in the how do you say it? I forgot the words. That's how bad it is. Damn.
Well, let me ask you, because I noticed at the beginning of the game you were happy to get that Garen. How do you feel that lane played out? Because it didn't go to plan, did it? What were you feeling in that, and what do you think the problems were that were presented to you that made it a bit of a struggle in lane?
Well, I always have a problem against Cyan because at the end of the game or at like 15-20 minutes, I can't kill him anymore, or not as easily as in early game. So that makes it a lot more difficult to even win the lane. So I can't focus too much on my team because as team captain, I also try to view what positions my team are in and if they need to play back a bit more. But as a top laner versus Cyan, it was pretty hard to look anywhere else except top lane, even in later stages of the game. So I couldn't really be of any assistance to my team. And I saw at some point the Ashe just going off, going nuts. I was like, what the hell is this? What's going on? The first game was going so well, and now we're just getting absolutely destroyed. So I was like, oh, they're actually too good. I don't know what happened. I was like, did they just upgrade in one game so much? It was actually pretty crazy for me.
Yeah, I mean, it was hard to. Yeah, they didn't look like the same team between the two games. I mean, we were saying how the Sion just played so safe, and the whole idea was just to neutralize you because you caused such a problem in game one with the Mundo, and then again, game three, you were different approach all over the map rather than just pushing down one lane. But you were causing a lot of problems in game 1 and 3, and I think they drafted and played that very well to sort of neutralize you a bit in that middle game.
Yeah, that was excellent, and they had a lot of CC in the middle game because there was the problem as well, because my team was like, the Ashe is the problem, the Ashe is the problem. I was like, okay, the Ashe is a problem, but they have so much CC, the Milio, the Lux, the Cyan itself constantly pushing. It's the sum of all the parts what was very annoying for me personally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there was a big upgrade from LPM for game 2. It's almost as if they swapped players during the downtime. Had a Dota Pro on their team. This actually happened once before with another team. But what were your thoughts going like between games 2 and 3? Because you left the Milio Ashe open again.
Yeah.
But you still just absolutely beat them. So what was the thought process between games 2 and 3?
We wanted to ban the Cyan because we were like, okay, this Cyan is too much of a problem. I don't like Cyan in general, but this is too bad. And like I said, the biggest problem in my opinion was the CC they had. So I was like, if I can play Mundo again, CC is not a problem because you just have your passive. You can almost run it down if you have a hard steal. So I can just run to Diana or Lux or Ashe. As long as they don't use continuous CC, it's not a problem. And if they do use continuous CC, they need 2 or 3 people to play against me. So my team can just take a tower, take a Drake, take whatever. So as long as I put out the same amount of pressure as in the first game, then they have to come towards me. Because I also won the first lane. In the first game, I also won lane, I think. Not exactly, I hope.
Yeah.
So then it's easier if I know, okay, only the Ornn or only the Lux isn't enough. So they have to give at least 2 or 3 people to me. Then it's fine. My team can just split push or do whatever they want. And then that's good.
Yeah, we did notice. By the way, good drafting to react to that. That was good. And we noticed when you were pulling them across the map, there was one point where they just sort of floated across the map, ended up doing nothing. They barely even chased you down on the Mundo. So the way you were dragging them across the map with that Mundo pressure was very well done. So yeah, congrats on that. That was really good.
Thank you. That's very nice. Thanks.
All right. Do you have any final words to AFK or anyone else in the league?
I wanted to do a shout out. I heard they also did a shout out. I want to also do a shout out to our ADC. We made a decision to how do you say this? That he will leave our team. Sadly, we made some decisions, and we really love playing with him. So I hope we can play a lot of games with him in general, even from this point forward. But yeah, I think he did great. I would just want to say I hope he gets a lot of pentakills in his coming years and days and games. And we're gonna miss him, and I hope him. I wish him well, and yeah, I just hope he has great league days. Just wanted to say.
Yeah, Timmy Romero, big shout out to the guy.
Yeah.
Hell of a player. Awesome.
He had a very tough name to pronounce in game.
Yeah,
I'm not even mad.
Can you do me a favor, Legend Mons, before you go? Have a
course.
chat with Darker Basher and ask him to stop playing what's it called, Jarvan support. That really threw us off in the first game.
Well, about that last part, I really can't do anything about it. I said to him, we play this. I played with this team for I think about a year now, more or less. And Darker Basher is always playing some random shit, and I'm just saying to him, okay, if you think this works and you get some kills and you don't die too much, do whatever, man. Play Mumu, play Garen, play Teemo support. I don't care. As long as you win the lane, as long as you win the game, I don't care. So I will try, but he's how do you say it, loose cannon, so I can't promise too much.
Yeah, stay loose, Darker Basher. We do appreciate it deep down. That was good.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for coming, Legend Mons, and good games.
GG, brother. Well played.
Thanks for having me, and GG. See you, I hope, in the next CoraL League.
Well, fingers crossed, mate. We'd love to have you back, definitely.
Nice. Awesome. Then have a good night, and maybe talk to you later.
Cheers, mate.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this game. It was an absolute banger, and thank you, Prona, for keeping me company.
It's been a pleasure, my dude. Great to share this cast with you. I've had a great time. Look forward to the next one. Supports together strong.
Supports together strong. Have a good night, everyone.